unmute, find where the other screen is. There we go.
All right.
There we go.
Oh, he got his hair cut. That's why he wasn't showing. I'm slipping into the southern drawl, y'all. It's just gonna happen today.
Whoa! Aaron, you look...
Aaron cleaned up, he did, oh darn.
Well, see, like, the thing is, this is the length of beard I like on Aaron. It's super clean and crisp, and he just looks good with a beard in general, but, like, this doesn't make him look like a raggedy, crazy hobo man.
Yeah, I've turned off hobo mode.
A murder party.
I've turned off hobo mode.
But, like, I don't recall ever seeing you with, like, short hair at all.
Okay, that is fair. Now that being said, the reason why my hair is as short as it is because I'd hit that point. Okay, my hair is all donatable, so tied off everything into tight ponies and then cut them off at the base of the pony. So trimming down my hair is like, okay, I have to go shorter than I'd originally intended, just to keep all those ponytails at the right length.
Yeah.
So we'll see how long this lasts before I just go back into having to shave and just go full hobo mode again. Oh, yeah, Jamie is covered by Theo. Whoops.
Yeah.
All right.
That tracks.
Okay, what else do I need to do? Do I have everything open?
There we go. You're no longer covered by your token.
I have the wrong sheet. Open. Well, I have the right sheet, but I also have the wrong sheet.
Anyways, welcome to Roll for Severity. We are on to session 48, I think?
Yeah, it's
something
48.
like that.
I wrote 47 last time. I'm going to slip in a southern drawl. Just let it happen. Just don't ask questions. Just let it happen. I blame...
Or
I
ask
blame
questions.
Other media that I have watched this week.
Still just gonna blame.
Who are you blaming for this?
You could just blame me. It's fine.
What did you subject Jamie to?
I subjected her to nothing. I just made her. I and a bunch of our other friends made her play a character who she made Southern for the last couple hours. So this is the character she's in now, apparently.
Don't know why. It just sticks.
Fair enough.
I'm sure Theo will come out eventually.
But anyway, we are on to session 48. Yes, 48 of Roll for Severity's OG campaign, one of our homebrew D&D adventures. We play every second Sunday at 5 p.m. PST right here at twitch.tv/rollforseverity. Swapping week by week between the OG campaign run by myself and the MW campaign run by Miss Wolfinger, which takes place at 1 or noon PST on the off Sundays. If you're looking to rewatch or catch up on past episodes, subscribers have access to channels or the VODs immediately after they air over on the channel's VODs. For those who aren't subscribers, all episodes are uploaded to YouTube 1 week after they initially air, roughly. Sometimes. I'm Almost Giggle, the DM for this campaign. I'm joined by my fantastic players, not Nathan, Mel, and Jamie. Jeanette is still out for the time being, but will be rejoining the campaign once they have healed up. Before we get underway, there's a few quick things to go over. 1, each month we donate a portion of income generated by Roll for Severity to charity. That includes that from direct donations, bits, subscriptions, and sales from our store. Rainbow Railroad is the organization focused for... Rainbow Railroad is the organization that is our charity for the month. It is an organization focused on providing solutions to LGBTQI people who need immediate assistance because they are facing a serious threat to their lives and safety. You can check out their website at rainbowrailroad.org or on Twitter at Rainbow Railroad. Speaking of our store, the store is up on tpublic.com/user/rollforseverity, or there is a link somewhere down below the stream. So without further ado, to my party. What happened last time?
You made a friend.
You have a hostage, yes.
No. So we went down into the caves, the mines rather, and we carried out this diabolical plan to entice some friends to come with us, and we got out with one.
We made a death hallway. It's a death hallway.
Yeah, that's right. We made a death hallway.
There is a murder hallway, so that's
there was very much a murder hallway. Also, Sylvania Jeanette's like, D&D has lied to me. It takes more than a long rest to heal all wounds.
Awesome.
Yep, surprisingly, you cannot lose a limb, take a nap, and then have the limb back.
I mean, exhaustion lasts more than a long rest.
Yeah, if you go down 1 level of exhaustion per long rest.
I mean, yeah, so we just treat surgery as like 5 or like what, the non-fatal exhaustion number. So it's like at least 5 or 6 long rests before you're going to recover, clearly.
So 5 long rests. Now the question is, are you actually getting a full long rest during your night, or is it being broken up, which means that if you're up for more than a few minutes during that period, that you're then no longer getting a full long rest.
Well, exactly, and then that's a short rest, which is clearly the problem. It's just we need just to sleep. You need uninterrupted 8 hours of sleep. Otherwise, it doesn't count as a long rest. Please try again.
So it was nice to get back to fighting with Zugink, kind of like old times. She was in the hallway with us as well, and we did manage to leave with, I want to say, Chirks?
Yeah.
Yeah. Our new Frostblin friend. We took him back to the tavern, tried to entice him to open up his mouth a little with some food, ask some questions.
Oh, he's going to show us the back entrance.
Yeah, hopefully. I think he will.
Then we're going to kill him. I mean...
Is that what we're...
We haven't completely discussed that yet.
Well, at least one of us is going to attempt to murder to kill him.
Kay has already decided.
Kay's starting down his murder hobo route.
I don't want him to die.
I'm not. Specifically, you said you wouldn't kill him.
That's
Vastly different than we, and you chose those words very specifically. So you know what? Good cop, bad cop, murder cop.
I love it. And I think we still have a few more potential questions for him before we sort of lock him up for the night. We're not going to release him right away because we wanted to be able to gather our thoughts and stuff.
Well, you locked him in the shed for the night.
Right.
And then you were going to chat with him again the next day.
In case we miss some other blaring questions that we need to ask. And we don't really know all the things about the Queen. We sort of got a tiny bit more insight into what the Queen kind of exists as and the importance of the Queen, but still a lot of mysteries there that we hope to solve.
She exists. Can confirm.
She's the reason they're there.
Yep. And she has an unnaturally aggressive power over really all of them. That's all I remember, though.
Yeah, currently you have Chirks locked up in a shed, in one of the storage sheds.
Annah volunteered to watch him for the night because no one else can be trusted. And by no one else, I mean definitely not Kay.
Alrighty, so as the morning come... Actually, Mel, roll me a perception check during the course of the night.
No.
And are you staying up the entire night to watch?
I am, to be safe. I don't think the other Frostblins are going to do a rescue mission, but I also know that I've messed up watches before with friends. So that's a 24. So I will forego having a good night's sleep.
Alrighty, then you suffer 1 level of exhaustion.
Woohoo!
And roll me a perception check.
Another one, okay. Perception check. My second one is 23.
24 and 23. Alrighty. So your night goes by fairly uneventful. During the first half or so of your night, you can hear him kind of like grumbling and griping. Because you guys left him chained up.
It was all good.
He'd be dead otherwise. I mean, what?
Kay's really intense. I need to murder this thing.
I'm very upset. I could have had a friend. His name was Kevin. Y'all didn't let me have Kevin. I ain't gonna let you have this one. I mean, what?
But see, the problem is with that, though. If you kill this one, they can't create an army to come chasing after you later on in the campaign.
I mean, I don't know. You know what? We haven't seen Kevin yet, so you know what? Who knows what's gonna happen? If we have a giant side quest or not. In this case, this guy's kind of part of the main plot, it would seem, or the main plot that we're engaging with at this current time. So you know what? He can die. I'm fine with that as soon as he gives us valuable information.
Yeah, so the first half of the night, you can hear him grumbling and like trying, like, because he was tied to chained to a chair, so you can hear him like trying to wobble the chair around a bit, and partway through the night you just hear the thump of the chair falling over, and more cursing. Once again, broken goblinoid in comparison to what you're used to hearing, but you can definitely make out a lot of words that would have made your mother wash his mouth out with soap. After a while, he eventually quiets down, and then you hear, like, a saw on a log kind of snoring coming from inside the shed. Kind of resigning himself to his fate. But morning comes, and what is the party doing? Anna, you are currently exhausted from having spent the entire night up.
I put a level of exhaustion on. I don't remember what it does.
I believe it makes you walk a hell of a lot slower.
I also believe that you get failures or disadvantages.
Oh, disadvantage on ability checks. Yeah, there it is. Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, I will go to the meetup place, whether that was going to be Zuging's house or the kind of tavern. I can't recall.
My gut says we should meet up for breakfast at the tavern.
Yeah, I think we're staying. I think that's what we're staying.
Because at least Theo and I are at the tavern. The problem is, what are you going to do with our friend?
I think he was more likely to escape during the middle of the night than he is during the early morning. So I'm going to go over to the tavern and try and get some food and some coffee.
Oh, okay.
And Caffey.
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 Alrighty.
Some Caffey.
So you all head over to the tavern, and you're able to get breakfast easily enough. So you're where is it? So about 5 silver a piece for the breakfasts, and that includes like a drink and all that kind of stuff. So you'd be able to get your coffee if needed, and tea if you so chose.
Perfect.
And what is actually partway into, as you're like starting to eat up, Zuging does make their way into the tavern as well to come check on the group. Ah, you're already awake.
Yeah, I slept like a log. Man, it was great last night. I got all of the rest. It was wonderful. How are you?
Okay, quit boasting.
What am I boasting about?
You know what you're boasting about.
Do I?
You do. Look at poor Anna.
Anna looks fine. She's perfectly caffeinated. She's fine. You've been in worse spaces before. Aggressively worse places before.
Near death, even. So, how do you feel about the mine safety now?
Well, with the Frostblins making their way closer to the entrance, we may have to call off mining for a bit until we can deal with the Frostblin situation. That being said, based off of what the goblin, what did you call him, Grim? They'd made the mention of if the queen, or if they're all gone, the queen will probably just bring something worse. So,
but if the queen leaves, they might leave.
But we don't know who the queen is. or where the queen is.
Or where?
Regardless, it's not safe to go down there right now. No matter how much money you're losing, no amount of money is worth a life. At least, that's the sensible thing, I think.
That is the sensible thing, and I'm absolutely in agreement there, but...
So the pipes won't get fixed yet either?
We're still waiting on a replacement piece for the pipe. So that's being made currently, but it'll still take some time to prepare that. Once we actually have that, we could probably make a trip down into the mine and fix that, since it's right near the entrance. So if the Frostblins do attack, we can leave right away. But
How long will it take to get that piece in?
probably an hour.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, well, like once we have it actually made, it'll take about an hour to replace the piece that is there. So
I was thinking days to get the piece in and stuff.
oh no, we're still waiting probably another day and a half, 2 days to get the piece finished being made. It's only about an hour to replace the piece itself.
I see. So can we solve this conundrum with the queen in 2 days?
Well, a friend here did say that if we eradicate the Frostlands, the queen will bring more in. Where are those other Frostlands coming from?
I don't know. They're a nomadic sort of tribe, according to Turks. But we could always ask.
That's what I'd like to know. I would like to know where, if A, 1, they're a large tribe. Is there many tribes? 2, what the fuck is this queen?
It's not Brooks. That was the old queen.
Yeah, Brooks was the
Is
old
that what
leader
they
of
said?
the...
That there's a new queen?
Well, Brooks was the old leader of the tribe.
And
And then the queen is currently in control of the tribe and has taken over control from Brooks.
Yes, but it seems like the queen is a separate entity from them as a whole. So, wouldn't it be smart to just find her, take her out of the equation? Because in theory, then Brooks can take charge again, and they leave.
Assuming that Brooks is still alive. That being said, though, I do think you're onto something. We need to find this queen.
It's very smart. Where do we go from there?
Exactly. So, do you think our friend would be willing to talk to us again?
Yeah, with the right persuasion.
And I'm gonna order another breakfast. It's another 5 silver.
Okay.
With a drink, I don't know, whatever it comes with for him as well.
Are you giving him alcoholic, caffeinated, or milk?
I'm gonna give caffeinated.
Caffeinated? Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe it'd be better to give him alcohol?
Okay.
Because if he's... Not to make him pass out, just to make him... I don't know.
Loosen his tongue?
Loosen his tongue, yeah.
Okay.
Caffeine might make him, vibrate in his seat and then shoot off like a rocket and ding, 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 ding. And I don't want to deal with that, to be honest.
That's why we don't give Sylvania coffee.
Yeah, we don't give still coffee. We don't give the goblin or the frostling coffee. They've got little tiny bodies and fast metabolisms.
Is Anna sitting there with this big cup of coffee in front of her?
Yeah.
What's the metabolism?
What does that taste like?
Yeah, I would be down for trying to cross-interrogate while Theo's here, because Theo is much more, I don't know, in-depth in some of his assessments and stuff, so...
Okay. So you're going in retrieving the Frostblend from the storage shed?
We'll go. Why didn't we talk to him in the storage shed? Kind of kneel down. What exactly did you tell him yesterday?
That we would, eventually let him go once all of our questions were asked, and that we wouldn't hurt him,
He only speaks Goblin?
He speaks common as well, I believe.
Okay, good. He'll understand me then.
Yes.
All he's been speaking to you has been Frostblin.
Oh. I
It's
thought
a
we heard them chittering and... Never mind.
No,
Okay.
they're always chittering in Frostblin, which is basically just an offshoot
Butcher,
of
goblin.
Goblinoid.
Okay. Well,
Hey, you should come too. And particularly, you should stand at the back with your metal arm out. Just in case.
Okay, my
I want you to
crossbow
look as...
or my bow or nothing.
Crossbow or nothing? No, you need to have your bow out. You need to have your metal arm out. And I want you to look as disinterested as you possibly can. And when I mean disinterested, I want you to sharpen something. Can you sharpen something?
DM, can I sharpen the tips of my bow?
I mean, if you want to try and sharpen your bow, you can. I don't know how... Well,
No, not the bow, the arrows.
Do you have a whetstone?
Do I have a...
If you don't.
I feel...
You do
might.
have a whetstone.
God, there's so much things. Yeah, okay, see, it's... Oh, I do, yes.
Yeah, so you can
know
very
what?
easily sharpen arrows.
Cool. So, yeah, sure, but that means I'll be seated, not standing. But I'll be with my arm out, like, very specifically sharpening my arrowheads on these arrows to make them extra unfortunate for him later.
Alrighty, so the party is going over to
I'd also like to call out that during the night I would have resummoned Stella.
Yeah, you said that at the end of last session too.
As an owl, so she's back on my shoulder and probably equally miffed.
Yeah, her temper has not gone down since she got shot.
No. She's in an even worse.
Well, like basically, as soon as you had like resummoned her, she like tried to like bite at you.
Yeah. I have an owl bite on my hand.
You just got like the little beak mark on your hands.
She's just sitting there, and every once in a while, owls kind of make a series of noises. So every once in a while, she makes an angry noise, or she puffs out and puffs in. Puppy dog, we're playing D&D. We can't hang out right now.
But mom, I want to say hello. I want to say hello to my friends, Mom.
Puppy dog,
love me.
But Mom, love
I
me.
need you to go lay down right now.
Why don't you give me the affection that now Nathan doesn't give me?
Okay.
But Mom, there we go. Thank you, Mom. I love you, Mom. This is okay, Mom.
Alrighty, so as you head over to the storage shed, you unlock the or Zukin unlocks the front door, and you open it up, and you currently see the chair. It is tipped and Chirk's tied to the chair. The chair is currently tipped forwards, and so Chirk's face is just kind of like mashed into the floor as he had been trying to like wobble his chair around, and it fell forwards.
Oh, this is perfect. And I come over to the side, and I squat down. I go, Anna, can you translate for me? And I'm gonna go, is he asleep or is he awake?
He's awake, but there's like a puddle of drool under his face.
Comfortable?
Sorry, what did you say?
Translate. Comfortable.
Oh, comfortable. No! Kind of tries to shake, but in his position, he doesn't have any, like, movement to get himself to pop over.
He says he's not comfortable.
Well, that's really unfortunate now, isn't it? I would be inclined to make life better for you, except I have some questions. And now I'm asking the questions.
And then he just kind of rolls his eyes, like, more questions.
You don't want to roll your eyes at me, you little shit. You see my friend there? And I'm going to point up to Kay. He's bored. And I believe, you're very acquainted with his lovely spell yesterday with the thorns. It hurt a bit, didn't it?
Actually, was he caught in the thorns?
I know he had to at least run through them, and then I know he hit a bear trap.
Yeah, all of them ran through the thorns.
I thought the thorns you had cast at the very end. Anna had cast the entangle first.
I did one spell at the beginning as a trap. What did I do? Hold on. Thorns was murder earlier. Oh no. Oh, either way, you heard what I did with my spike growth. It's fine.
Yeah, you had set up all the ball bearings at the start.
Yes, the ball bearings is what I did.
Yeah,
yes.
you did ball bearings, Anna did entangle, and then
Yeah.
you cast the spike growth on your way out to cover your tracks.
Yes.
So anyways. Regardless of do you remember all of the shit that happened yesterday? With the spike growths, and the traps, and the fire,
And the bugs.
and the arrows?
Yes.
I'm here to tell you, she's the vines, he's the thorns and arrows, and I'm the fire. And I'm just gonna create a little fireball in my hand. And yesterday, somebody killed my fucking owl. Oh. I have some questions. And if you answer them...
looking at your owl, it's like, looks back to you, looks back to your owl, it's like...
Yeah.
And you can just see the confusion in his eyes.
Yeah.
Does this person just have like a collection of fucking owls or something? You killed one, then I'm time to bring out number 2.
Yes. So, if you don't answer my questions, I'll get you up off your face. Continue answering my questions, Anna here will feed you. Deceive or lie to me in any way, my other friend here, and I point to Kay, is inclined to use you as a pincushion. And let me tell you, he really wants me to let him use you as a pincushion.
So, Anna, as you're translating all of this to the Frostblin, how much are you fluffing this to make it, like, not as threatening? Because, Anna...
I like to think that because my kind of broken-ass goblin isn't as good, I'm legit trying to translate it word for word.
Okay.
But I don't know that I'm getting the tone across. So it's probably I'm threatening words delivered very flatly.
Flatly, or like when Anna speaks, so it's like, oh, yeah, I'm, that guy over there, he wants to kill you!
And I'm standing on a 50-50 chance because someone shot my fucking owl and I'm pissed off about it.
Anna, roll me a persuasion.
Can I help her?
Oh, I don't think so, because I'm pretty freaking tired. That's a 9.
And Theo, roll me an intimidation.
I can roll intimidation. Oh, I still have a 9. We're not very scary, you guys.
Oh, wait, should I roll intimidation to see how angry and murderous I look in the corner?
Yeah, I can roll intimidation as well.
Alright. That one. Oh, it's a 16.
It's a little bit more.
A little more, okay.
Kay's good at looking scary, apparently.
Well, I want to murder this frost goblin. Like to the point of which I'm reasonably certain he's going to die soon. It's just a matter of when Anna leaves me and this frostblin alone together that she's going to regret it. Until then, it's fine.
Alrighty. The frostblin just kind of like scowls back and is like, what do you want to know? I told you yesterday.
This queen, we require... Well, first off, actually, before we get to that, you said if that the first tribe was dealt with, more would come. Where are the rest of these frost goblins? What do you mean by more?
The queen has a bunch of different people under her control.
So,
We're not the only ones.
a bunch of tribes?
Other creatures, too.
Other creatures too. Alright. Who is this queen?
I don't know, I've never seen her.
Oh, I think you can do a little better than that. You know she's got other friends and other creatures.
Yeah, that's because what Brooks told us.
Okay. What else did Brooks tell you then? Is it another goblin? Is it a wizard?
Queen's not goblin.
Queen's not goblin. Alright then. What does she want with the miners? Or why does she want you here, in particular?
You're told to guard the bodies.
Okay, that's it? That's all?
And he nods.
Just guarding. And yet you want to come in and eat the miners too. Is that just you being flexible with your orders, or is that also secret orders?
We're hungry.
Yeah.
When food comes into our place, then we eat it.
Okay. If I were to search for this queen, where would I find her?
I don't know. She whisks Brooks away.
She whisks Brooks away. All I'm hearing is that we might, and I'm going to switch over. I'm going to say, Anna, don't translate this. All I'm hearing is we might have to find this Brooks character. That being said, and then I'm going to say, start translating again. How does she whisk Brooks away?
Magic.
Okay. Does he do anything to initiate it, or is it just random?
Brooks just vanishes.
Brooks just vanishes. Okay, Anna, stop translating. I wonder if we need to find this Brooks goblin.
That's a good lead. Brooks, from what I gather, was the ruler before the queen came in, and she's very big and powerful, carries a fancy stick. Don't know if the stick has anything to do with her ability to speak to this queen.
Do you think we can sneak into that camp and kidnap Brooks?
I think it's gonna be super hard, but it's better than letting people die.
I agree. And also, if this queen is randomly just teleporting people to them, her, I'm guessing it's a her. It might be a him. Who knows? A queen, you know. We're going to need to find this Brooks character.
I think we should go in through the back if we're gonna go in at all.
I agree. Would our friend here still be willing to take us?
Probably not willingly, but he doesn't have to know. We're,
Very true.
following. We can ask him. And I say, hey, will you take us to Brooks?
If I bring you in, they think I betray you and they kill on sight.
Okay, we won't do that.
Or I kill you now.
Either way, I'm dead.
Well, that's not completely true. You show us the way you could survive. I mean, I do have a bit of oomph that you can hide behind and I make another fireball.
And
Or I can string you upside down and have my friend here use you as pincushion.
he's very confused as to why he's hiding behind fire.
Because I'd be protecting you. Why are goblins so... Not you, Anna. You are a dear and I love you.
Not a goblin.
Some goblin.
Some goblin related.
Not a goblin.
Goblin adjacent.
Goblin adjacent. They're still, you know.
What if you help us and I promise you a job in Odell? You get paid, you get fed, you get to work with a lovely lady named Cranberry.
Very true. No more scurrying and eating flesh of humans. That would definitely have to stop, though. No eating flesh of humans.
But they're yummy.
So Kay would like to intervene into this discussion because we're offering a lot of things that Kay is not super fond of right now. So just a friendly reminder about him being a pincushion. I'd like to test my aim practice by shooting an arrow just past him, but like close enough to freak Theo, Anna, and him out all at the same time.
Okay, roll me an attack roll. Although this one is... Actually, no, you're just doing aim. You're not trying to hit him. So roll me a... Actually, I guess, yeah, this would still just be an attack roll. Just the AC for hitting is going to be slightly different. Okay.
If he's trying to hit a wall compared to a goblin, then...
Yeah, I'm very much intentionally trying to hit the wall. I'm also trying to hit like a large space of the wall that's going to give the three of you a shock because you're not clearly paying attention to me. And I want this thing dead, and he needs to know this. If he doesn't take the best option, he could take a lot more porcupine-y like options.
So you do not put an arrow through his ass or any of your allies.
Perfect. I'm glad that a 16 doesn't hit any of my allies. I do need... KK is just gonna pop up, just look him dead in the eyes and go, target practice could be fun. I can heal you too. You don't need to die. Just keep getting shot.
Ooh, I keep forgetting that that you can heal.
And
That's very true.
And over again.
Gesundheit.
For some reason, I'm picturing Stella leaving Theo's shoulder, landing on Kay's shoulder, and also, like, just puff up, like, switching her head and glaring at the
just as me and Stella just being like...
Yeah, I can absolutely see that. Just, like, both Kay, like, Stella sitting on Kay's shoulder, and both Stella and Kay at the same time just go...
Stella's just able to, like, keep her head, like...
This is where my like pure bloodlust leaks out, like anime style. Like I get this weird red aura behind me of like I want to see you dead, and you're talking to the only two people who will let you live.
Kay, roll me an intimidation.
Oh, sure. That sounds fun. Am I good at that? No.
With advantage, because Stella's helping.
I mean, it's a 16.
Kay's last 3 rolls have all been 16.
Not bad.
And 2 of them have 4 on the other side.
Again, roll 20 is a mistress.
I rolled with dice today. And my dice liked me so much more than...
Her dice have missed the feel of Jamie rolling them.
It has been a very long time.
Yeah.
And so you can see him just kind of like thinking to himself. It looks painful. And then he's like, if you help me, I can help you. I need gift for Brooks. And might get Brooks to leave.
Question.
As he's saying this, sorry, go on.
I was going to say, what kind of gift?
We're hungry. We need a lot of meat, like a deer.
I think that can definitely be arranged. What do you think, Kay? Anna?
Didn't we slaughter a dragon? I don't translate that.
We don't have to give them dragon meat.
True.
I think we definitely could. We do have a friend here who is, let's be honest, I point back to Kay as he's making the smile. Our friend Kay here does want to murder something. It might be beneficial for us to go on a quick murder hunt and find a deer. I think we can find one. We can probably even buy one.
How much meat are we talking? Just one deer, or is that the baseline?
One deer might work. More deer would be better.
30 of you or so.
Because if I return, they'll think I betrayed them. But if I return with hunt and say I escaped and brought meat, maybe get in less trouble. And if I have more than one, then I can get Brooks to help bring other deer.
Then you all leave?
So here's the thing. If you go into the camp alone, how do we know you won't come back with more friends other than just Brooks?
Hey, Kay's shit-eating grin just grows. I have a few ideas.
You have some ideas?
Well, I can become a cloud.
That's very true. You can become a cloud.
I can literally just follow him. And maybe end up in a place of my imminent doom, depending on how long it takes, but you know.
And it might be best for you to maybe transform into something small and come along and hide as well.
How do flying squirrels work exactly? Do they need an updraft? If I'm the
Flying
air
squirrels
itself,
glide. They don't actually have a fly
Yeah.
speed.
Yes, well, no, but like that's the question. If Anna was to become a flying squirrel and I'm the air, could I just make her glide on my movement alone? It's a very oddly specific question.
I was going to say,
and-
technically you're a gas.
Yeah, you're gas. You're not necessarily wind. You're like a cloud.
Yeah.
The flying squirrel is still just subjected to gravity. They can glide for 30 feet, but they can't fly. They have no way of propelling themselves back upwards.
No,
That being
invisible.
said, if you're something small like a flying squirrel, you could quite literally like just latch onto a wall and just scurry along the wall. And considering the cloud only has a 10-foot move speed, she'd move faster as a squirrel than she would trying to glide on top of you.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Now here's my other thing, actually. It's kind of, no offense, it's kind of weird to me that you would escape us, but then randomly go get a deer. Although I do like the deer idea. Do we make a fake, I don't know.
Human?
Yeah. Why not?
Sorry, make a fake what?
Human.
Oh, human. I didn't hear the word. It cut out for me. So I was just like, I heard it, make a fake. Yeah, maybe. It's like, wait, a fake what?
Mustache.
Yeah,
Mustache.
a fake mustache.
Mustache.
A mustache, yeah.
Mustache.
Haha. So, do we make a fake human? Are we able to do that?
You might be able to make a fake human. What would you use to make said fake human?
Right?
Deer meat.
Dear me.
And
No,
an
but
old
in regards
skull.
in regards to like making it look humanoid as opposed to a big old deer.
I'm looking through my old.
It's like, do you have spells, or does anyone have
No,
like butcher proficiency?
Actually though, maybe I give you something that makes it look like you know.
And while you're kind of humming and hawing to each other, because you'd ask like,
Yeah.
why would you bring back food? It's like, because goblins are hungry. If goblin has food, goblin think less.
I suppose that's true. I suppose I can always sweeten the deal by, I pull out like I have a bunch of brass rings. I'm like I could probably, just give it like a bloody ring and be like, "Ha! I killed man. I bring back brass ring." I don't know if that would. I can just go to the and I don't know if that would actually work.
They would totally buy it. At least some of them.
At least some of them would buy it. Okay, okay.
Better if there's a finger, but still.
Do we have any, like, domestic livestock around?
Not really. The place here is
Okay.
mostly like it because it's a temporary setup. It's like mine set, and then like once the mine's been depleted, like it's uplift, move
Okay.
elsewhere.
Okay. So maybe then what we do is what we could do is set up a little thing here, like one of those little drag things with a bunch of provisions. That way, with and a bloody ring. That way, it looks like you fought your way out and you stole shit from us.
Oh, Kay suddenly exploded.
Maybe.
His internet was doing weird things apparently.
Yeah. So that way we at least,
I'm back. You're back. Welcome back. Thea was
do you
briefly
think
the
that would
DM.
work? We can put a deer on there for sure, but it's like, oh, I have a deer and this weird thing they call. I was going to say coffee, but that's a bad idea. Beer. It's liquid bread. It's good for you.
Give them food and get them drunk.
Maybe, yes. Or that way, maybe I'm making this more complicated than it needs to be. But I get what you're saying. We need to bring something that there's a lot of, that you bring back a portion of it, that it looks like you've stashed, and then you lead your friend away, and then we grab your friend. You get meat.
Annah,
Was
you're
that
confused.
Was that the plan?
I
Actually-
interpreted the plan.
I couldn't quite understand what he was getting at. It sounded like we give him meat, he goes down, and then the goblins are lost in confusion because they're too busy eating, can be tricked. Is it that we trick them all into leaving?
No, it was essentially that he would try, like, if there's more than one that he'd have to bring, then he may be able to convince Brooks to come and retrieve the other deer.
Yeah.
I'm on board. Okay, yeah.
And thus
So-
leading Brooks away.
Okay, sorry, I thought this was like a gift, and then I just kind of got lost in the gift part of it. Yeah, I'm
It's still-
totally down.
Still technically a gift. It's just
Yeah.
we're just also going to add a thing of provisions to make it look like our friend stole a bunch of things.
Love it.
It doesn't even need to have anything. It could be a bunch of empty boxes.
My only concern, and I don't say this to Goblin, is that Kay won't let him leave here alive.
Hey, how do you feel about killing other goblins? Other than our friend goblin here.
I mean, he already murdered one. Actually, technically, Zugik murdered that one. That crit.
He's just gonna sit there, a little grin on his face, and say nothing.
He's gonna kill everything.
I like it. That to me tells me he will cooperate.
He's just gonna kill everything.
Theo, everything's gonna die. Anna, it'll be fine. Kay's happy. He's not gonna commit murder.
Okay, how much money do I have to give you to not kill everything and to keep at least the goblin we need alive?
How much you got?
I'm not going to give you all my gold. Remember that my gold also goes to the fund of keeping you alive in case you go down.
Sure.
He's like, that is a moderately okay fund.
Can I give you 10?
We'll get back to you.
Damn it.
So, we're gonna hunt deer, get provisions together, also find a spot in the woods with our friend here that's near enough the back entrance to the mine that when Brooks comes out, it's accessible to lead him to the provisions and such.
Yes,
What else
although
do we
one
need?
of our friends, one of you two, and I point at you, Anna, and you, Kay, although, Anna, I'm mostly pointing at you, should maybe transform into something small and go along with our little friend, because you, one, you speak Goblin, two, in that form could probably go invisible and get away, and 3 can call on us on a message stone and be like, he's totally, I'm going to do, I don't know what I'm trying to do. He's totally betrayed us. Trying to do.
Curse your sudden but inevitable betrayal.
Oh. Yeah.
All right.
You know, just in case, just to cover our bases, and the rest of us will hide in the snow.
For sure. And he won't know I'm on him because I'm not going to tell him.
Yes. Do
So,
that.
I think that's a great plan. Okay.
Yes, I agree.
So we basically need to explain to our buddy that we have to go hunt something and get a successful hunt first.
I pick him up so that he's not on his face anymore. And I start giving him a little bit of the food you brought. Real
He's
nice.
hungrily eating it down.
I imagine he is. And I give him a little bit of the beer. That tastes good? Yeah, whatever. Just keep, whatever. So, while Anna's explaining that we're gonna go get him something nice to bring back.
Alrighty.
And then I guess maybe we go deer hunting.
How do you want to do deer hunting, DM? Do you want to just say, does Kay go out into the woods, shoot some deer? What? Or are we actually going to roleplay that entire scenario?
Oh yeah, you're going hunting. If you're gonna go hunt deer, you're gonna go hunting deer.
We're going deer hunting. We're going deer hunting. Not afraid. He's fine. Zugink will watch him while we're away. Won't you, Zugink?
Zugink nods and like, I'll
If he
make sure he
starts
stays
being-
locked up.
Yep, if he starts spitting, just, tie a rope underneath. He's on a chair, right?
Yeah.
Like a wooden chair?
Yep.
Just tie a rope on the bottom of the chair, and then just pull, and just hang him upside down, chair and all.
Okay.
Frostman goes kind of
No spitting.
If you're a good goblin, you won't have to be hung upside down.
Alrighty, so the party is going out deer hunting?
I guess we're going out deer hunting. Actually, Theo might stay back and might look for, like, a cart and some, like, boxes to make it look like we're bringing a bunch of things together.
Okay.
Like, just empty wooden crates. And not a cart, like a sled.
Yeah.
Right? Just to kind of help set the trap. So,
Okay.
So essentially just want to get a sled with what looks like a bunch of, like, supplies on it.
Okay, so you're not going to be going with Kay and Anna.
As much as they would probably like to have me there, I am so bad in nature. They both know that I'm so bad in nature.
Alrighty. Zugink's comment of Zugink has bear traps. What if Mel was a bear stuck in a bear trap and her friend needed help killing the bear?
This is pretty smart.
Alright, Kay, as you and Anna are heading out, Anna, are you staying as Anna, or are you wild shaping while you're trying to track deer?
I don't think I have much because I don't get anything back since I didn't sleep. So I don't think I have any I have one left. Now I'll keep it. I'm just going out as Anna.
Okay. Sounds good. So I'll get both of you to roll me a survival.
It's only 13.
Well, it's better than me. My heart's not really in this hunt. I don't want to actually kill the animals here. I'm here because you guys nominated me for this.
Alrighty. The two of you are wandering around for the better part of a few hours before Anna finally stumbles upon some track marks in the snow that look relatively fresh. You can roll me another survival check for tracking down or for following the tracks.
23.
Okay,
Anna,
yeah.
you lose sight of the tracks right away. The sun is now glistening off of the snow and just getting right in your eyes.
Kay is a professional and is being like, really? You lost them already? Wow.
And is like 2 feet away from the tracks and like,
I know.
where the hell are they?
You're just like, this way. Come on.
Whereas Kay is like, you just count, like, Anna's like looking around, she's like, I think they're this way, and like Kay just like reach out, grab Anna, and turn her, and she's like back facing the tracks again. It's like, oh. But you're able to follow the tracks fairly easily. And after probably about half an hour of following these tracks, you do end up spotting a pair of deer up in a clearing.
Oh, there's a map.
There's a map.
We're gonna die. It's gonna
Well-
be like a dragon deer.
It's actually just going to be a void deer. It's just going to be something that's transcended space and time to walk onto our plane. We're just going to...
It's just gonna go
deal with
full Spirit of the Forest from Princess Mononoke on your
Yeah,
ass.
that's immediately what entered my brain. It's like all of a sudden you shoot the head off, it becomes the Night Walker, and everything's dying around you.
Oh.
Cut off the head of the wolf, it can still bite.
It doesn't sound like a me problem.
Kay's like, I can just like go back to Ammon Odell. It's fine.
So the tracks lead us to this clearing.
Yeah.
And those 2 deer that I thought were knives. Okay, never mind. I get it. They're deer. I see them now. Right here and here.
Fuck, you were knives.
I'm sorry, I only see knives. Where are you looking again?
We see knives.
Like, they're very large daggers, though. Like, maybe a giant used them?
Oops.
Like, I mean, I guess if we went and like put handles on them, like,
Well, see, but the thing is, it doesn't even so much look like that. It looks like when you hit the neck of the deer, it thins out significantly. I mean, while it's
Sorry.
not entirely practical,
Don't be
anyways.
Looking at this map, like,
Don't be sorry.
see, Anna, that
It's
one
made
just
of
like
glass.
translated right over to you as a person too.
I'm pretty tired.
They're not knives.
All right,
Alrighty.
let's.
So how are you gonna try and hunt these?
With an arrow straight to the heart. Obviously, what Kay would need to do is move there stealthily so that he gets clear line of sight of
Okay, roll me a stealth check.
this one. Stealth says
Nice.
modified 20.
Okay.
And then, I mean, as you do when aiming for a deer kill, you shoot for the heart because it's in the chest. You'll slow things down. Ideally, you would kill it because the head is harder to hit, and just want to aggressively wound this one.
So I would do the same thing then, aiming for the same deer that Kay is trying to shoot at.
Okay, and aiming for what part?
I would say the heart as well.
Okay, and what are you shooting at it?
With my short bow.
Okay.
You have a bow?
I do. I never use it.
She will pick up rocks or pick up beetles and throw those things as
I
opposed
use
to shooting
beetles.
with the as opposed to shooting with the bow.
It's so true, but I'm gonna, try and
Me
emulate
too.
you.
Is your bow compared to Kay's bow is so tiny?
Yeah.
So he pulls out his bow, and then you pull out your little bow.
Tiny bow.
See, my mind's now just going to Pirates of the Caribbean when Barbosa like pulls out his toes, just like, and then like Jack pulls out his little one.
His little one.
Totally.
What joke is being made there?
And I don't think I need to move. I think I could still like shoot at the deer without putting an arrow in Kay's back. Like I don't think he's completely blocking my line of sight.
Or if you're aiming for the chest cavity, then yes, he is.
All right, then I guess I need to try and do a stealth check to move up 1.
Yep. So roll me a stealth check.
All right. For a 5-foot step. Oh, it's a 6.
Okay.
Well, let's see how well they roll if they're alerted.
They did not roll well. That being said, you do note that like you take a step and the one does kind of like perk its head up and kind of look around. So Mel, also roll your attack because I'm assuming that you're trying to both fire these at the same time.
Yep.
Yes.
I would say so.
Okay, so roll me your attack.
Actions. Never use this. To hit is only +1. 11.
11. Do. So, Kay, your arrow sinks right into its chest cavity.
Beautiful.
Anna, yours ends up actually hitting one of the antlers and just kind of like ricocheting off.
Dang.
Kay, roll me the damage.
9.
9 damage. Okay.
Yeah, that's damn, that's almost max damage.
Nice. Yeah, you hit this deer and your arrow finds like purchase right into its chest cavity. And it kind of like kicks back and like turns, but like after it takes a couple of steps, it does fall. The other one, however, is now very alert to your presence, and I'll get you guys to roll initiative if you're going to try and peg that one as well.
Yeah, I suppose we need more than one, hey? Alright,
Fair enough. 9.
Okay, Kay,
17.
you've got first.
Alright, well, based on this logic, I'm assuming the deer's head is up now, so looking around, not down eating like I imagined it was in this.
Correct.
Like when we first rolled. So, is this a rock or a
Yes,
tree?
it is. That is a rock.
It's a rock. Cool. So I'm going to assume I need to take 2 steps up there, so I have clean line of sight, and then I'm going to try and shoot it for the heart as well.
Okay. Roll me your attack.
21.
That is definitely a hit. 3 damage. So you went from almost max damage to, I think, minimum damage?
Ooh, yeah, that's min damage.
Oh,
That's rather unfortunate.
The
Further
arrow
proof
looks
that
like it's
roll
going
20
so
dice.
cleanly, and it hits just as the deer starts to turn to try and run. And so it gets a little bit of... It gets in, but doesn't quite hit as solidly as you were hoping.
But this is standard combat now at this point, is it not?
Yes.
Then do I not get to take a second shot?
Yeah, you can take a second shot.
Well, we are going to take a second shot. Because it moved, that bitch. But 11 won't
Well,
hit,
it does
I don't
not hit.
think. Damn.
Your second... Your second shot, you're rushing a little bit and it ricochets off the rock nearby.
Ugh, son of a b.
I need to stop closing that tab. The deer is going to turn. Actually. The deer's gonna hoof it for there. And that is its turn. That puts us to Anna.
Just put it there. Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna kind of run past Kay. Oh, I guess I can't do a straight line like that. Guess I'd probably end up there if going around. And I'm just gonna, having dropped my bow because that's just honestly not a great weapon. I don't know what I'm thinking. I'm gonna cast a firefly at its face.
Okay, so roll me your attack roll. 11 does not hit.
11. All right.
That puts us to top of the order with Kay.
Cool. Well, I mean, I'm just gonna bump myself up there. I can get around either way, and take 2 longbow shots at this thing.
So roll the first one.
14.
That hits. Minimum damage again. This one does find purchase right behind its front haunch, which slows it down a fair bit more. But it's still currently standing. 16 also hits. Minimum damage 3 times in a row. D&D Beyond is not... You've done something that has offended D&D Beyond, apparently.
How does it feel?
It's like, you can hit, but you can only do minimum damage.
I mean, at this point, it should be close to dying or hurting real bad, considering that's the same amount of damage it took. The other one took.
Yeah, this one does, like, it gets, like, a couple more steps before collapsing under the new barrage of arrows. And I want both of you to make me a perception check.
Also, sorry for being loud.
It's fine.
Oh, dirty 20. Dang it.
21.
20 and 21. You can both hear in the snow heavy footfalls approaching. Very quickly. And it is coming. It is coming from the cliff ridge.
Assuming Kay is amenable to it, I'm going to grab onto his arm and try and drag him back while casting invisibility on us.
I mean, it's invisibility. I don't know what's about to happen, but if Anna's casting invisibility, I'm probably in danger.
Assuming these are the same footfalls that Anna's heard before with the giant-ass giant in Giantsville.
No, it is not the giant-ass giant in Giantsville.
Okay,
Wait,
we're invisible.
You're still generally concerned with the heaviness of the feet.
Correct. So
as Anna like grabs you and casts invisibility, and you both kind of turn to look at where the sound was coming from. You hear the heavy footfalls, and then you see a large Yeti leap from the cliff and land down in the snow. And
I should have
looking,
came with you guys.
ready, Eddie? Oh boy. Okay.
landing in the snow and kind of looking around, sniffing, and then approaches the closest deer, and just you watch it just like wrap its fingers around its neck and just kind of lift it up and take a bite.
That was such a good mounting head. I did such a good job. Kay's...
deer.
Oh dear.
How do you want to do this?
Poorly. Kay is going to...
Oh, dude,
what is Kay
poorly.
going to do? Alright. Well...
Is Anna calling Theo on the phone?
Yeah, there's a Yeti.
So, the first
Just like
thing...
having-
Alright,
What?
so... Question about Anna and Kay being invisible.
Yes.
How does... So, Anna is touching me, so I am invisible. When do I stop being invisible?
If you take an
For an
offensive
hour?
action or after an hour.
Yes.
Perfect.
So
So I
if
don't
it-
need to be touching Anna at this point. I
Correct.
can just... Okay, cool. All right, cool. Because I'm going to... what is the 20-foot radius? Okay, so... Kay is going to come back this way. And, like, as invisible people, can we see each other?
No.
No.
Cool. So I'm going to hope and pray to God that Anna notices the fact that I walk here this way. And I'm going to hold my action until hopefully Anna follows me. Or at least gets out of the general path between me and this Yeti. Not that Anna knows this at all, but this is what Kay is doing.
Considering Anna's was like within touching you to activate invisibility on yourself was in like the process of moving us backwards, so I feel like if you had continued with that momentum, I probably would have noticed,
Okay.
even though I'm
Or-
not touching you anymore.
I mean, at this point, I figure you would have noticed the footprints in the snow.
Yeah, I feel like I wouldn't have been completely oblivious to the fact that you are moving, whether it's the crunching I hear or whatnot.
Yeah, because you're
Cool.
invisible, you're not silent.
Yeah.
There's
Cool,
no
so
zone of
it-
silence cast here.
So at this point, I'm going to do something incredibly stupid because Theo isn't here to stop me.
Uh-oh.
And I'm going to cast Spike Growth. And I'm going to cast Spike Growth on It Is a Circle. I need to draw a circle. And I think it's here, and it's 20 foot radius. That's actually very large. Oh, that's not going to work out well at all. Can I undo that? No. Okay. Because it's a radius.
That is
Yes,
a 20-foot
except that-
radius.
Yes, except I want it to be one square over and one square up from where it was. Where you placed it. Perfect. That's where I wanted it to be. One, so I could hit this stupid ass fuck. And two, I mean, I know it'll cost me coming out of invisibility, but I'm like, come at me, beesh.
Okay.
This is what Kay has decided to do. He's decided to challenge a Yeti one-on-one because he defaced my kill, and I'm very upset about it.
Okay.
Theo, you get a random message from Anna on the message stone. It's, there's a Yeti.
What? Where are you? Are you far? Oh, fuck.
Say, I don't know where we are exactly. Lost in the woods. Found some deer and a Yeti showed up. Bye.
Didn't mention the cliff. Nope.
Oh, yeah, I guess
Okay.
the cliff might have tipped her off.
You're in
Might
the mountains.
help.
There's a lot of cliffs.
I don't know which direction you guys went.
You know what I can't wait for? Like,
Broken objects?
no, I was gonna say, like, teleportation powers that Kay will inevitably get as a person who does portal shenanigans, and the BS that comes along with it. But you know what I can't do right now? Any of that. So, I mean, instead, anytime the Yeti moves within or out of the radius, it takes 2d4 piercing damage for every 5 feet it travels.
Alrighty. As you two are getting ready to piss off a Yeti, Theo, what are you doing in town?
Well, I was in town getting together some, fake supplies when suddenly I got a message. So I'm just going to turn to Zugink and I'm going to go, do we know what direction they went?
I think they headed up north.
Can we follow them?
We can certainly try. And Zugink's gonna give me just a moment. And he's gonna go and grab one of the people and just kind of like, you see Zugink them chatting for a couple moments, and then Zugin comes back, so I'll have a sled and some dogs shortly.
Oh, excellent. Because my only other thing is to cast fly. I don't think you want to fly.
Gravity on the end kind of hurts. I've fallen
And I can only do
far
it for
enough.
10 minutes.
What is the fly speed they get with fly?
When I cast fly, my speed, I can fly up to 60 feet.
Okay.
Yeah,
A speed of 60 feet.
I mean,
Are
you might be able to find us.
Are you informing Kay and Anna that you are coming?
Yeah, I'm getting on that stone and being like, we're coming. How far are you out?
It's been about an hour and a half since they left, but you don't know how much back and forth they had done.
Here's a question. Can I roll survival to see how well Kay has a general direction and coordination to be like, we're about here?
Yeah, roll me a survival check. Yes, Zuging still dislikes magic as well. You are not near the...
I'm not focused on... I am not focused on the situation. There's a Yeti in front of me.
Kay's just going, finally! And picking a fight with a Yeti.
Well, something needed to die, and you refused to let it be the one thing that should, so...
So, okay, with hearing Theo saying on the on the message stones that they're on their way, are you casting your spell right at the gate, or are you intending on waiting for backup?
Kay is going to think deeply on it. So much so that a standard combat turn would pass, but he's still reasonably certain he's going to cast the spell before the Yeti starts to eat the main part of the carcass. He's chewing on the head currently. Good for it. But the moment he stops worrying about the head, which was a beautifully mounted kill of an unharmed body that would have been pristine to mantle in Zuging's lovely home.
If he give it to goblins.
If he touches... No, we were not going to give the head to goblins. How dare you insinuate that a perfectly killed deer would not be mounted upon the home of someone you respect and admire? Yes, silly you indeed. How dare ye? Do you also know how little meat is in the head? That goblin... They can have the rest of them. It's fine. But the moment the Yeti goes to reach for the rest of the carcass is the moment that Kay is going to draw attention to himself by casting Spike Growth.
Okay.
That's the official line in the sand. It's probably going to get me close to death. This should be fun.
All right. So Zuging had someone brought a sled and the dogs over for you and Zuging. Zuging kind of like grabs you and sticks you on the sled and helps push off. Roll me a survival check. And Zuging has to roll one as well.
Survival check, you say?
Unless you have some other way of tracking Kay.
God, no. Oh.
Yeah, right on.
Theo's gotten used
That's
to
really good for Theo.
Apparently Theo's gotten used to following Kay's footprints, and he notices the irregular footprint pattern of the hunter.
Anywhere.
Theo, it's like,
that
okay,
right there, that matter is Kay footprints.
It's like, what direction are we going? It's like, there's something that's pissing me off in that direction. It's
Direction.
probably Kay.
So, my Kay senses are tingling that way.
And Zuging has a modified 20 on their survival roll. So the two of you, like the slut, like Zuging kind of turns the dogs and start taking off as quickly as you can. But once again, you're not sure how long it's going to take to get there.
Yeah.
Okay, the Yeti seems fairly content with the head for probably a good 10 minutes. Because it's like ripped. It ends up, like, after taking a couple bites out of the neck, kind of like ripping the head from the body and dropping the body.
Cleaning it up.
Cleaning it up, grabs like the antler and breaks that off and is gnawing a bit on that, getting some of the marrow out of the bones. But
Kay is like dying inside. Like, Kay is like, I'm going to murder this goblin and this the snow goblin dude and this Yeti, because one, the goblin deserves it, and apparently Kay just hates him, and two, because that goblin put Kay in a position where he had to get a perfectly good hunt and then lose a perfectly good hunt, and now Kay is mad at both of them and wants them both dead.
So after about 10 or so minutes, the Yeti tosses the very bloodied skull and neck down to the ground, and grabs one of the legs and lifts up the body and goes to take a big bite out of its ribs. And at that point, you're casting Spike Growth, correct?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Then I'll get you to roll initiative.
Here we go.
17.
11. Lot of 11s for me.
Alrighty. And because you cast it at his location, he does take damage initially, I do believe. No, only if they move.
I had clicked off it. I'm like, what? Yeah, no. It's only if they move in and or through the spike growth.
Yeah.
Which I will publicly be trying to get him to do at every effort. Alrighty.
And so you cast Spike Growth, that starts the initiative. And Kay, you are top of the order.
Yeah, so, I want his attention. And the best way to get attention is to shoot him with an arrow from across the spike growth.
Okay, so roll me that first attack.
I don't know if 15... I don't feel 15 hits.
15 does not hit.
What about 21? Does 21 hit?
The 21 does hit.
Perfect. So we have a range for
Between 15 and
not 3 damage.
For not 3 damage. Alrighty.
I think you need to restart their browser. Here comes the southern accent again.
Yeah, just friendly reminder that I've already dropped my internet once tonight and come back. So I feel this shouldn't be this terrifying. Why are you doing this to me? Roll 20.
Yeah.
What did I do to you?
I put just like the murder hobos.
Roll 20 just hates life.
I'm not even being a murder hobo. I just want. I'm not murdering everyone for
it hates
XP.
life and Eldritch Blast.
Are you taking your second shot?
I did take my second shot, and I rolled a 4.
Oh, yeah, that was right. You had a 15 and then 21. That's right.
Yeah.
That puts us to Annah.
So, is it considered undercover from where I'm
what?
standing now? With a straight, can
No.
not cover, sorry. Not only covered, but can I see it?
Yes.
Alright. So we're going to cast Flaming Spear at 3rd level. So let me first
boy.
off.
Anna's been learning from Theo, apparently.
So,
yeah.
So that's a 6. Well, I had it prepped for the Frostblins. because I wasn't sure what we were going to get into in the mine. So we don't explode. So I'll cast it.
Well, actually, yeah, okay, you also need to roll me a surge chance.
Yeah, fair enough.
No, that's it. I didn't surge.
No,
It's 5. I don't
for
surge.
the
Moving
spike
on.
growth.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking to me.
No. Okay, so
My
you cast Flame
apologies.
Sphere. Where are you? And how big is the sphere again?
So it's like a 5-foot
Yeah.
unoccupied space. So I'll just cast it here. Draw shape. Whoop.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Perfect. And then as a bonus action, I can move it. So I would just
30
move it
feet.
up to 30 feet. So I'll just boop it into his snoot
Yeah.
as my bonus action. To which he will need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah.
Okay.
And has to 14
That
is
is a
the
nat
save.
20.
Boo earns. All right.
Yeah.
That's that's what I got.
But he still takes he still takes damage. He just takes half damage.
Yeah.
Oh, is it half damage on a
Yeah.
successful?
Yeah.
It's half damage. Yeah. It all
Yeah,
is
because-
half damage. That's why he
if it-
uses it so often.
If there's a
Alright.
ball of fire inside you, it's still hurting you, regardless of whether or not you're okay.
So roll me 2d6.
6. I cast it at 3rd level.
So that would be
7.5, however you want to.
So 6, right? Because it's down. It rolls.
Flaming Sphere
it'd
is
be-
normally a
it'd be-
second level spell, so you get 3d6.
Yep, which
Yeah.
I've done.
It was 15 at half damage is 7.5, and
I
you
see.
So it goes to
decide.
7.
Oh, to
So it
7.
goes-
Okay.
There you go.
Hooray.
Oh,
We
okay.
don't
Fire.
round. We don't round up. What a tragedy.
Fire damage. I don't know if he's more susceptible. I don't know how Yetis work.
Okay. Do.
Yeah, as a bonus action, you can move it up to 30 feet. If you ram the sphere into a creature, that creature must make the saving throw against the spear's damage.
Yes.
So if you have like a line, you technically, and they're all like within, like if they're just within 5 feet of each other, you can move this sphere, bam, 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 across, and they all have to roll.
It's awesome.
So, and then any creature within its sphere of influence.
Well, if you ram it into a creature, it stops moving. So you can't go bam, bam, bam on multiple targets. It stops when the first target hits.
Oh, okay, never mind.
I
Thought you could go bam, 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 but apparently you can't. Bam, 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 have a nice dream.
When. Any creature that ends its turn within 5 feet. Okay, that was the other thing I needed to look for. Okay, sweet deal.
Yep.
Well, as you hit it with the sphere, and suddenly all these spikes have grown up around it, it roars very loudly. And that, okay, it is going to
Run at me. Come on, bitch. Come at me.
Love the confidence.
All right, it's going for Anna, which means there's 1, 2, 3.
Is it?
Well, he measured for Anna,
Oh no.
which means he has to cross. Well, if he crosses straight, it's 5 spaces of spike growth, which means it's 10d4. I think. Wait, my math might be wrong. Either way. Many.
Yeah, so he's
Question.
going to run in a straight line to here.
Cool, so that means 1, 2, 3,
So
4.
One,
Wait.
two.
3.
Yeah, it'd be 3, so roll me the 3d4 damage.
No. 64.
Or 64,
It's
yeah,
2
2d4 per.
it's 2d4 per.
Yeah, so
All
roll me
right.
64.
Yeah. Yes. 11 damage. Oh, all those ones make me very sad.
You didn't beat a 3 on any of them.
You
Actually,
have
which is
to-
pretty good. It's D4.
You have to reboot your roll 20.
I did! It's in a new browser!
Did you completely close your browser and reopen it?
Yeah!
Oh God. We're
So-
doomed.
Okay. And at this point, after having run in a straight line, he is going to leap.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
And so he leaps to a destination, so he's actually out of the pit. And he is going to land here. Anna, I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw.
I love those. Just
Nat
kidding.
20.
15.
Oh yeah, this is... Wait, is...
Oh no.
Oh,
no.
yeah.
Because
I assume it's ability scores and saving throws?
Disadvantage on ability checks.
Or,
Oh,
okay,
ability
so that's what I meant. Okay.
So you-
hey!
So you have a nat 20 on this.
Nat 20!
It's
Hooray.
level 3 of exhaustion that disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws.
I gotcha. Alright.
So you do not take any damage from him slamming down. However, you do still take the cold damage as shards of ice and snow are kicked up.
Hooray!
So you take...
Do I get any of this, or am I protected by the tree between us?
You are not within 5 feet of his landing zone.
Perfect.
Anna, you take 9 cold damage.
Alright.
And then he is going to look at you and he's going to use Chilling Gaze. I need you
Alright.
to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Not gonna hold my breath on that one. It's a 5.
5.
5.
You
Ugh.
are paralyzed for 1 minute.
That's great.
1 minute in combat?
That's so much. It's like 6 rounds, right?
So long, yeah.
Actually, it's way more than that.
But it's 10
That's
rounds.
Like 10... Yeah, I was gonna say that's 10 rounds.
You do get to make the
Holy shit.
saving throw at the on each
And
turn to see if
To
you
see if you break out.
Yeah. And that is 10 cold damage as well.
Oof. Alright.
I hope that Zugik and I are close.
Oh, well, I mean, we'll find out when you arrive.
And that is its first turn.
For science, what happens to the orb? Can Anna still move it?
Anna's paralyzed, so she cannot take
Paralyzed.
actions.
I need to
I
wait
do
for my...
It's a concentration spell, so you need to roll concentration.
I just want to check because I'm like, you're paralyzed, but if you're concentrating, does that count? Because your brain still functions, you just can't move your body physically.
A paralyzed creature is incapacitated, can't move or speak. The creature automatically fails strength and dexterity saving throws. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage. Any attack that hits the creature is a critical hit if the attacker is in 5 feet.
That's problematic.
And incapacitated cannot take actions or reactions. So no, they cannot move the orb.
Okay. Nope, that's fair. Just needed to clarify. All right.
But Anna, you would have to make me rolls for holding concentration of your spell.
Is that just a d20?
Yeah.
Like
I think it's wisdom, isn't it? Wisdom saving throw?
Okay, so it's not like d20 and I have to make my spell DC or something? I don't really do concentration checks. Ever.
Constitution saving throw to maintain your concentration. The DC equals 10 or half the damage you took, whichever is higher. So make me a con saving throw. I actually guess 2 technically because you took 2 bits of damage.
16 and 6, which...
So you failed on the second one, so the spell does fizzle out.
But I took 10 damage, and 6 is more than half of 10, right? Or am I getting that?
It's 10 or half the damage you took, whichever is higher.
Oh. Right, never mind. I mathed that weird in my head. My apologies.
It's all good. So the Flaming Sphere has ended. That puts us to K.
Cool. So I'm going to run here,
Okay.
avoiding my death trap.
Well, you don't want to just run straight through it? It'll be fine, I'm sure.
That's the point of it being there is so that I can run around it to be a little bit. Next, I'm going to use my bonus action, which I'll roll the D24, which isn't a fail, which I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark on the Yeti, because I need a target, right?
One moment here. If you cast Hunter's Mark, you will lose Spike Growth. They are both concentration spells.
Are they both Well, fine then.
Yep,
Are
Hunter's
they
Mark is a
really?
concentration spell, up to 1 hour. Spike Growth is a concentration spell, up to 10 minutes.
Oh, it is. Oh, that's stupid. Okay, fine. Scratch that idea. I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'm going to move here.
That's why I was calling it out, and not just be like, okay, you're going to cast Hunter's Mark, and Spike Growth goes away.
Well, fine then. I guess I am just going to... why is everything I do... I need something that's not concentration. That, I think, is going to be future K problems, I guess. Alright, cool. Well, then, I guess I'm shooting him twice with a longbow.
Technically, Instantaneous, or Misty Step is not a concentration spell.
Oh, I
think that's
know,
your
but
only non-concentration spell you have.
Yes, that's problematic, but that's a future problem. Anyways, well, that's awkward. So I crit fail. So tell me how severe that crit failure is.
Well, roll me a d20,
To roll for severity.
roll me a d100 to see what your severity roll is. And hope you don't 0. Or 1.
32.
Ooh, 32. So you... do what do we have here? Oh, come on, page refresh. God damn it, D&D Beyond. Okay. So you draw in, get like what you figure is a nice clear shot, and you do slip as you take the shot. It is going to, because your foot basically just goes out to the side, you are going to end up toppling over 5 feet. You are now laying partially in your spike growth.
Lovely.
Which, since you have moved into it, technically does 1 or 2d4 damage.
Yep.
So roll that.
Of course, I deal myself 5 damage.
Okay. And your second shot does hit. So roll me the damage for that.
10.
10.
That's the number I wanted.
That's a much better number. Alrighty. Do you have any other actions on your turn?
Nope. That'll be it for now.
And actually, you have to roll concentration because you took damage.
Did it's a Constitution save?
Yeah, Constitution saving throw. 10 is your DC.
Well, shit.
Okay. Spike growth has gone away.
That's rather
Click
upsetting.
on it. I'm going to put it down there because I have a feeling it's coming back in a second.
Upside, you can now cast Hunter's Mark.
I know. The problem is there's a thing between me and
Have you used your bonus action yet?
well, no, but I don't have a nice bonus action at this point.
I thought you could use your bonus action to cast Hunter's Mark.
Yeah, but it's concentration, and if I use it, there's no point in me using it now because it's mostly just for bonus damage and target tracking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, especially if he's going to cast Spike Growth again, he'd lose it immediately anyways, and burn a spell slot for nothing. I mean, you could explode the Yeti, or yourself. Wild magic.
I want to
Yes.
stayed on longer.
Pardon?
Then. Because there's no guarantee that it will just go away.
What do you
Unless the
mean?
Yeti attacks it right away. Well, because if you cast Hunter's Mark.
Yeah,
But
but
if he's
I'd
casting
have to
Spike
maintain 2 concentration spells at once is the problem.
Yeah, because if
That's
he
what I
casts
mean,
Spike
though.
Growth, then he immediately loses Hunter's Mark again.
Oh, you're going to recast Spike Growth. Okay. That was the
probably.
part. Yeah, that was the part I didn't get.
Yeah, that's why I put the Spike Growth bubble at the very bottom of the map, and this is going to come back in a moment. So that puts us on to Anna.
Me, laying prone on the ground. I'm just gonna try and break the paralysis. With an 18.
18. You do break free from the paralysis.
And that's all I got. Because I don't think I can move until my next turn. I'm pretty sure.
No, I'm pretty sure you can if
No,
you
it's
break
the
it in the beginning of your turn.
The saving throw takes place at the end of the turn.
Oh, okay.
And I
Alright.
can't do anything during the beginning, so alas, that's me.
Okay. That puts us to Yeti, who is... Where is my thing? There he is. Okay. Yeti is going to turn to K, figuring that you are currently incapacitated. Take his steps forward and then leap at K. K, make me a dexterity saving throw. That is a nat 1.
It is, yeah. No, it would appear to be. It's gonna be. Do you want me to roll for severity?
Yeah, roll me for severity on this one.
Can I inquire how far Zugink and I are out?
That's a 72. That's at least positive.
It's not going to be as horrible for you. That is good. You are currently unsure of how far out you are. You could roll me a survival check to see if you have any inkling of like how close you would be. Double nat 20s. You're not entirely sure how far away you are, but you can hear the Yeti roaring.
Can I cast?
I'll finish the Yeti's round, and then you can cast things absolutely. As Theo hastes the card. So what is the damage on that? Okay, so you take... Oh, that's not as bad. 9 bludgeoning damage. Oh wow, he rolled really bad on that. And 3 cold damage.
Okay.
He is then going to cast Chilling Gaze on you, so I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw. You are paralyzed.
Oh no.
And that is the Yeti's turn. Theo.
If I can hear them, can I guesstimate how many feet away they are?
because you rolled double nat 20s, you're basically just around, like, you'd be coming from, like, down this side of the map, and you are probably about 200 feet or so away, coming around the ridge.
How fast are we moving?
You're currently moving 60 around.
60, okay. I have to wait because my fastest is still only 60, so.
Okay.
But what I'm going to do is I'm going to ready Guiding Bolt. And the moment I see something that is not Kay or Annah, but something attacking Kay or Annah, I'm going to unleash Guiding Bolt.
Okay. If you hadn't specified something that's attacking Kay or Annah, I was just going to, like, just for shits and giggles, not actually in serious. Like, well, you do spot a squirrel on a tree is around in the corner, and you nuke the fuck out of that squirrel.
No.
No.
Something attacking Kay or Annah.
Yeah.
So
okay.
roughly, I'm 4 turns away.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, that puts us to top of the order. Kay, make me the Constitution saving throw. Okay, you've broken free. Annah.
Cool.
Yeah, so, having gotten up, going to wild shape down. I would like to take the form of a black bear. It meets the CR requirements, assuming you agree that Annah has probably seen a black bear in her life.
Yeah, I'd say that you've seen a black bear living in the forests.
Sweet.
Also, the very first session, if you think back and remember, you fought a pair of corrupted black bears.
Ah, look at that. Woohoo! Am I corrupted when I... Am I cool and spiky? Probably not.
Roll me a D100.
What? Gladly. 36.
You are not spiky.
Not a spiky bear. That's all right. So whoop, 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 bear form, which is an action to do that, and I'm also gonna, I guess, run over as a bear to try and claw at it when it's my turn again, because I don't think I can wild shape and move and attack.
No, because wild shape is your action.
Here we go.
Okay. So you wild shape into a bear and run out towards the Yeti.
Correct.
That puts us to the Yeti's turn. It is going to turn and look at you, hearing you coming up on... Actually... Oh yeah, he definitely hears you coming up on him. He can smell you.
Makes sense.
But he's going to turn around and he is going to try and chilling gaze, which automatically fails because you've succeeded the saving throw in the last hour. And then he is going to make a claw attack at you. A 10, I don't believe, hits a brown bear. Your AC is 11.
Does not hit the black bear.
The black bear.
Yeah, black bear AC. 10 misses. Yay! Now that second attack. Because I assume Yetis have all of the attacks.
Stats. There we go. And he's going to turn and make his second attack. That is a 21 to hit.
Yeah, it might hit. I don't know.
I think that one hits. Just an inkling. And that is his... Snake Eyes! You take 6 damage.
Alright, 6 points of Dimaggio.
Alrighty. That puts us to K.
Hold on. I don't like the scenario I'm in. So the first thing I'm going to do is... Ooh, I'm going to Misty Step my way here.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna run a little bit farther. And then I'm going to roll a d20 to see if things explode. Things don't explode. And then spike growth is going to come back.
You cannot technically cast spike growth on this turn.
Can I not?
No.
Oh, wait,
if
no,
you're
I
casting-
can't because
if you
it's...
cast a leveled spell as a bonus
That's
action.
fair.
And
Yep,
you have a spell
nope.
with cantrips.
Nope, that's entirely fair and fine. All right, so I am going to then shoot it with an arrow for now.
Okay. Roll me an attack.
Boop,
Yeah, Misty Step is a
23.
bonus action, correct?
I don't...
Misty
Misty
Step
Step
can be
is bonus.
cast.
Misty Step is
Yeah.
a bonus action, yeah.
Yes.
23 hits. So roll me
Cool.
the DiMaggio.
7.
Okay.
And I can still attack because Misty Step was my bonus action, right?
You have extra attack, correct?
Yes.
So yes, you can take your second attack because for every attack action you can take a second action. Or take
Cool.
a second attack action.
So 18.
18 does hit.
Perfect. So then in that case, another 6 damage.
Okay.
It's dead, right?
Nope. Anna.
All right, so I'm gonna give it the old 1-2 punch, bear style. So I'm gonna make my bite attack against it,
Okay.
+4 to hit.
17 hits.
17. Yeah. So and the bite.
I guess that would have been
was-
21. But...
Yeah. So but if 17, it's great. 1d6 + 2. It takes 7 points of bitey damage.
Munch.
And then I'm gonna try and bitch slap it with my big old claw. Same thing, +4 to hit, which hits.
Yep.
And I think the claw's the 2d4 + 2. All right, that's okay. 5 angry claw damage
Okay.
into its chest. I rake down.
Yeah, you just get up there and you just... That puts us on to Yeti's turn. Yeti is going to take a swing at the bear.
Yeah. My
That is
AC's
a
garbage.
That is a 15 to hit.
Damn it. Yes.
Oof, that is 11 damage.
11 damage. Still standing as a bear.
Okay, and second attack. That is a 7. That is not going to hit. That puts us to... Theo, at this point, as you're rounding the corner, you can see the bear. Or, well, you can see the bear. You can also see the Yeti.
120 feet away from me.
At this point, they would be at about... just like, can I calc?
Theo doesn't know I'm a bear. Like, oh no, a bear!
So it said you're about 200 feet away.
I'm 200 feet away?
Well, originally. So
Yeah.
yes, they are within... as you're rounding this corner, you can see them. They're about 80 feet away at this point.
Guiding Bolt has a range of 120 feet. I see the Yeti. I'm unleashing Guiding Bolts.
Okay. Guiding Bolt is an attack roll or a dex save? I can't remember which.
Guiding Bolt is... pretty sure it's an attack roll. Yeah, it's an attack roll.
Okay, so roll me the attack.
I feel like I just missed, don't I?
16 just hits.
Yeah.
Beats it. You just hit him.
Guess what, guys? That's 4d6.
Boy,
Yes.
let's see those numbers.
Actually, no, it's not that. It's actually 66.
Because it's upcast because you're a warlock.
Because I'm I'm because I'm casting it at 3rd level. So
Yep, so roll me the...
Word of the day is Moida.
Moida.
66. What is it? /roll? Or roll /?
/R.
Yeah.
And then it's 66, so you'd 6d6 or whatever, and then
I hit it for 23 damage.
oh boy,
Yes.
nice.
Yes.
Oh, look at Theo go.
It's my strongest spell. Also, everyone gets advantage on their next turn.
Is it everyone or is it just the next attack?
For the next attack roll made against this target, your next turn has advantage. So the next attack roll.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, Anna and Kay, as like Anna, you break down the chest. Kay gets that nice shot in, and you're starting to see this like pillar of radiant fire just like crash down and smash into him, and just his whole back just lights up like a freaking Christmas tree.
Step as a bear with my claws up. Like
He's all glittery now.
That puts us to top of the order, Kay.
All right, cool. Well, in this case, I'm gonna spike growth.
Okay. Where do you want it?
Yeah, there is fine.
So it's
Just because I don't want it to hit Anna.
yeah. So which,
I will
Which
I will
space?
move here. That's good.
Right there. Okay.
I'm going to also move. And then I'm going to attack once because that's all I have left for my turn, correct?
Can you
Or
cast
does-
a spell an attack? 'Cause,
I don't know.
Um,
Otherwise, I'm just moving here and calling it my turn.
Is your spell... You can't use it as a bonus action, can you?
no. So that is your
Yeah.
action, and because you did
Yeah.
not
Cool.
take the attack action, you don't get.
Yeah.
the second
Perfect.
attack.
Nope. Cool beans. In that case, I'm gonna go. Actually, I'm gonna be there. I want him to move.
Okay. So that is Kay's turn. Anna.
All right. So same thing as before. Gonna try and bite its haunches.
Okay.
So that's a 14,
14
which
does
misses.
not hit.
And then I'll go in for a big bear hug, which will hit with a
Yep.
19 on the die.
That definitely hits.
So 2d4 plus 2.
So that's another 9.
So 9, yeah, claw damage.
Alrighty, you get that nice claw damage. Also, Theo, roll me a initiative. 'Cause I forgot to do that when you fired off your
So-
radiant.
Actually, I'm sorry, but the next attack roll, you get advantage.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh, so
Oh,
19
so you're-
would have been my bite.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
That's what
that
you're
would've been your-
saying.
The one you did before that.
I
Roll the
see.
20.
So,
Sorry.
So Anna, roll me
the bite
the
damage
roll me the
instead?
bite damage, and then
Yeah.
give me one more d20 to see the
Alright.
attack on the claw.
So bite damage is, 1d6 plus 2, which is this bad boy. So it takes 8 of the bitey damage.
Okay.
And then one more d20 attack, so 19.
Okay, and then it
Plus
takes
4.
takes the 9 damage
The
from
9.
the claw.
Yeah, is it looking sad?
It's looking pretty messed up. Still very, very pissed off.
Okay.
Theo.
I still see it. We're getting closer and closer. I'm kind of like riding this dog sled like a surfboard. I feel like I'm standing on the basket.
It's awesome.
With Zuging at the back with the dogs.
And
I'm just hyper focused on this Yeti, and I'm going to unleash. I'm gonna hit her with my 2 beams of Eldritch. Hit it with my 2 beams of Eldritch Blast.
Okay, roll me the attack rolls.
So first Eldritch Blast, 15
Does not
misses.
hit.
Second Eldritch Blast also misses.
It hates Eldritch Blast.
Damn It doesn't. Yeah, it hates Eldritch Blast.
So the 2 beams go, and Anna's like claw attack into its chest makes it take a step back as these 2 beams go careening past it.
Oh, yeah.
That puts us to Yeti's turn. Or you hit him with, what was the first spell you hit him with again?
Me?
Yeah, that was...
I hit him with Guiding Bolt, so he's no longer he doesn't have advantage on his thing anymore. Or
Yeah,
we don't have advantage.
Yeah, I just want to check something on there.
I do have to roll for Surge. I didn't roll for that.
Yeah, roll me the Surge.
I did not Surge.
Okay, and it's radiant damage. Okay.
Yeah,
I just wanted to...
hit him with Radiant.
I wanted to verify that was radiant damage. Because that may change what he does. So it is going to take another swing at the bear that has been boxing with it. That is a 4 on the die, so I'm pretty sure an 8 does not hit you.
Come at me, bro.
That's another 4. So that die is going in jail.
Hey! No!
I duck.
Keep using that die!
I sideswipe.
Freaking 4.
Berna is really working.
Yep. And so it missed both those. That puts us to technically Theo, because you're at the top of the initiative, but I had forgotten to get you to the roll initiative last time. So Theo, you're now at probably about here.
Oh, okay. I'm guessing I hop off that sled.
Yeah, Zuking is taking the wolves a bit further away, or taking the sled further away, just so that way the Yeti does not attack that.
Do I still have my full movement?
Yes, you'd basically been like Zuking would have stopped had you take one step off and then taken the sled further away.
Okay, well, I'm gonna move my full movement to here.
Okay.
Of 30 feet. And then from there, across this thing, because I imagine I see this magical effect, I'm going to once again fire 2 more Eldritch Blasts.
You definitely see all the thorns and twisted roots coming up out of the ground.
So I hit him with my first Eldritch Blast, and my second one is a crit. I'm just going to quickly roll a D100 for that. It's a 38, and then I'm going to just let me quickly roll my damage, which is 1d10 plus 2. Is it really 1d10 plus 2? Yeah, it is. It's 1d10 plus 2.
Is it not higher than 1d10 plus 2? Do Eldritch Blast. Oh, no, that's right. It creates 2 beams instead of getting increased die damage. That's right. Yeah. So, yeah, it is 1d10 plus 2.
10.
D10 plus 2. I hit him for max damage.
Yes!
Nice.
He rolled a 10. Yay.
So that bolt slams into his back, and you can see him kind of look back at you. As you cast the second one, I want you to roll me a Wild Magic Surge with disadvantage.
Oh,
roll me
no.
2 d20s.
Oh.
You do not explode, though.
Yay! Guys, I don't know how. But
You almost surged on a cantrip. Alrighty, so
I'm really mad, okay?
you are.
I knew better. I knew better than to let you two go alone.
And yet you did it anyway.
And yet I did it anyway, yeah.
Alrighty, that puts us to K.
Well, it's clearly not angry enough, so I need to shoot it more. So that's what I'm gonna do. 23.
That hits.
8 damage.
Okay.
20.
Dirty 20. Okay, that hits. Another 3.
Back. Yeah. Alright.
Is this thing looking hurt at least?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
it's looking rough.
We know it's looking hurt.
Like, I myself know I've done about 35 damage to it, so...
Anna.
Yeah, tried and true, so going in for a bitey bite, which does not hit.
Nope. You definitely don't hit on that one.
Yeah, and then I'll hopefully redeem it with the darn it. Alright, so...
Right from a 2 to a 1. Alright, roll that,
63!
63. Okay.
We've got a few nat ones today.
This is a wild magic surge nat 1, though, is it?
No, because this is
Or
a
is
melee
it-
attack.
This is an attack.
This is-
Okay.
This is
Oh, right.
This is
Anna
Anna
Bear.
attacking. Yeah.
He whiffed.
Yeah, this is Anna Bear. So you go in and try and take that claw, and you absolutely miss. It is going to take an attack against you as a reaction.
Oh, that's fair. We're on a 63. That makes sense.
That is a 17 to hit.
Oh, it does.
That is 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ooh, and the bear smokes and fizzles, and in its place stands a small verdant girl.
How much of that damage rolls over to you?
8 of it rolls over to me.
Oh, okay, your bear was almost dead then.
No, my bear is gone.
No, but your bear was almost dead before
Oh, I
that
see what
hit
you're
them.
saying. Yes, was almost correct. There we go. Whew. All right.
Alrighty. That puts us to the Yeti's turn.
It's coming after me.
You're not even on the screen yet. Wait,
I
yes,
am
you are.
on
What are you talking about?
Do
She's
not
right beside
see
your
me.
freaking circle.
Look at me.
I'm sorry, I didn't notice.
You wouldn't notice me.
I don't. Yeah, well, let's be clear. I'm near a corpse. I'm focusing on something other problematic on the other side of this arena.
It is seeing that the feast it had
Ain't all
before it of
cool.
the bear is now significantly smaller, and much less of a threat. It is going to turn and look back at Theo, who had hit it in the back with the
Yeah.
Eldritch
And who's
Blast.
gonna hit? It's coming after me. Gonna hit him in the back.
Yes, you did. You activated his trap card.
I did. I knew.
Yeah,
he's
going to cast
coming.
Chilling Gaze at you.
Okay.
So
I
make
gotta
me
make
a
a-
Constitution saving throw. I think it was.
Oh.
Yeah, con saving throw.
Yeah.
You're
So
paralyzed.
I'm paralyzed. Yeah, that's okay.
Is going to go 1, 2, and then leap to land. So,
it
okay, roll me
landed in the-
4d4.
Kill it. Kill it. Kill it. Kill it.
Leave.
4, 3, 2,
Ooh.
1.
Nice. Sort of nice, but yes, nice. He lands, and that is... You automatically
He's dead,
fail the,
right?
You automatically fail the dex save. So that 5, 9 bludgeoning damage.
To me.
Yep.
And he's dead, right?
And 9 cold damage.
And he's dead, right?
Nope.
Fuck!
My God.
Why is he not dead?
Said you
He's a
can't have
big
that
ass
thing.
fucking Yeti.
Yeah, fair enough.
I hate it.
That puts us... Actually, just a second. I just need to check one thing on the paralyzed condition. Paralyzed. Oof. Double the damage you took.
Double the damage I took?
Yeah, because every hit
When you're paralyzed
is your
within 5
critical.
feet is a crit.
So 18 times 2.
Yep. So that's 36.
Okay, well, I just want everyone to know that I'm taking I'm just adding another 2, and I have 4 hit points left out of
Oh,
40.
boy.
So
Well, you're in danger. Okay,
Yeah.
well, that's fun.
That puts us to...
I was hoping this thing would fucking die.
That puts us top of
Yeah.
the round, which is Theo. So, end of your
I gotta do a
paralyzed, end of your turn,
Constitution
give me a
save,
con
bro.
save. You are no longer paralyzed.
But I can't move apparently, so
Yeah, because that would take place at the end of your turn. That puts us to K.
Hi. So at this point, the things that I can do are very limited. So I'm just going to move back to here. Actually, no, that's a lie. I'm gonna move to here, so I still have good sight lines on this mofo. Gonna launch an attack for 14, which misses, and for 21, which hits.
Okay, that
and
hits.
The longbow for 10 damage.
10 damage.
And he's dead, right?
Okay, roll me a d4.
I'm gonna say it every time we do damage. Is he dead, right?
Still got spells.
1.
So as the arrow hits him, how do you want to do this, Kay?
Yeah, thank fuck.
So what I want to do is I want to take out one of its legs. So it falls, but it falls like it's going to crush Theo. But it misses, and like it falls over Theo because it's so large. So Theo does the, oh my god, duck, and then it just falls right over top of him and just lands. And then you're just like, it's dead. And Theo just had that, oh my god, what the hell just happened to me moment, but didn't die.
Yes, as this, like, the arrow clean shot into, like, right in the back of the knee. Yeah, this Yeti tips forward and starts falling towards Theo, who is looming over. And sure enough, slams on the ground. The one arm of the Yeti, like it, because of the arrow in the knee, it's kind of, that one leg buckled as it was falling. And so it shifted its body. And so, Theo, currently you have one of the Yeti's arm just draped across your chest, pinning you to the ground.
Just say I shout here to save you, and this is not the things I was expecting.
And so with that, the Yeti is dead.
Yay!
Well, first things first, we need to collect the deer bodies.
Oh yeah, first things first, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Ian, would you like a slug?
So, anyways,
Are you uncasting spike growth, I'm guessing?
yes, I've
Drop
stopped
concentration.
concentrating.
Okay.
I've stopped concentrating on spike growth
Okay,
so
so
that
you
we
can
don't
move around freely.
accidentally
Has
die.
And it's like, I'll help you run straight through the spike growth, gets 5 feet and just collapses. It's like, oh no!
I'll roll it now. It's 3d8 plus 3. So
Yeah, so I'm going to get the deer.
20.
The deer bodies ready. I guess.
Zugin comes over with the
Zugin-
sled,
yeah,
and
so
so
we're-
you can load the bodies onto there.
Yeah, and then I'm going to, with your approval, dissect the entirety of this Yeti using my survival skills.
Okay, roll me a survival on that.
Did you get hurt? Were you? I'm gonna say to Anna, are you okay?
A
You can
23.
see, like, blood pouring down her face.
No, I got natural healing. I'm fine.
No.
And
I say no to that. And I
gonna
heal
use-
you for 9 points.
All right,
and you
and
make
I'll
sure to roll the surge for that.
It's healing light.
Yeah, healing light
I will-
is a ability, not a
Okay.
spell.
also use
Ah.
my natural recovery. So heal, and then
Hey, took
Yeah.
just a flesh wound, and
it's
no
not
one
gonna be all right.
at that distance, no one notices that he may or may not be injured, and it's fine. But yeah, Kay, with my immaculate 23, I feel I do a real good job of carving this Yeti's, removing the layer of Yeti fur, and then preserving it, or using minor salts in that to temporarily preserve it until we get back to the base or back to home where I can properly preserve it. And I just do a really good job of cleaning it, taking the usable meat, which I assume there isn't a whole lot of, but it happens.
Yeah, there's
You
not a whole lot
can't
of
even
usable...
eat the beast.
There's not a whole lot of usable meat on the Yeti. That
But
being said, the pelt, just
I'm-
so you're aware, is also full of holes because you put a bunch of arrows into there. The back got lit up with the radiant magic, all that kind of stuff. So there's definitely a bunch
yes.
of patches missing.
Oh yeah, like it's not a completed pelt by any means, but I can clean it up. We can remove those gross parts. We can make them into fur accessories for outfit. It's fine. What's really important is that we can add all of this meat to the stuff that the stupid idiot creature that apparently has befriended our party against my wishes is going to take to his leader, and I'm not super thrilled about it. But you know what? There's more meat for him, I guess. So hopefully I can commit murder of one of the important people very soon. Otherwise, one of my friends is going to be very upset.
Kneeling in the snow, I just cry out, "You got to kill a freaking Yeti today! Is that not enough? You bloodthirsty little cretin!"
When I want to kill something.
All sorts of layers to Kay.
It needs
Some of
to
them
die.
Did this to you? Did we do this to him?
It's been a while since
our time
Sylvania
in
tried
the
to light him on
shadow?
fire, and he didn't get nearly as murder happy after that one.
Did our time in the Shadow Realm really just do this to you?
He needs therapy.
Kay doesn't respond. Kay is busy removing splitting meat from flesh on this Yeti carcass.
I have a feeling that every creature we kill, he's just gonna bring back the head and he's gonna hang it up in our bar, and our bar is just gonna have a wall of creature heads.
So what you're
Think
saying
of
is that
all those bandit heads that really need to get mounted, all those skulls that need to get mounted
We're not
in the
putting
corner.
skulls on the wall.
see, now my mind is just going back to the trophy room in Halam Sharal and just the Krogan head on the wall. It's I just need to throw a Krogan in here somewhere for Kay to fight.
We'll call our bar.
Actually, pretty sure if you want, I think I have that D&D book somewhere, so I can dig up the Mass Effect D&D book or the Dragon Age D&D book and see what we can make out of that.
All I know
Start
is
throwing
Krogans have a
darkspawn
bunch
at
of
you.
redundant organs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we get the deer?
Yes, Kay has already collected the deer and thrown those on the
But
cart.
do we get it all to I forgot the name of the town. Oh my goodness. Are we bringing it back? Is it all loaded and stuff?
The good news is I brought Zugink and a dog sled.
Yeah, it's
Smart
He's
thinking.
circling around real shortly.
Well, we're not dead, so, we'll take what we can get.
But yes, everything's loaded up and is able to be brought back to Frostmere. But at that, we are going to take a quick break, and we will be back in about 10-ish minutes. So be back soon. Boop, and oh yeah, this needs to, no, not that one. Not that one. There we go. Aha, Theo's token is back. Why are you poking me? I just look up, there's this finger in the camera, it's like, the fuck?
The DM.
Some of us are lacking in social interaction. Jeez.
Can't imagine who that would be. But
What
anyway,
of
so
us lacking in social interaction? No idea.
definitely not drowning the need for social interaction with energy drinks.
Or milk.
Or chocolate?
Chocolate. I do have a box of Halloween chocolate just out of sight of the camera. So anyways, the party returns to Frostmere on the now walking with the dog sled, as opposed to the mad dash to get the dog, or to get out to where Kay and Annah had started a brawl with the Yeti. Well,
Theo saved
where
their
Kay-
asses for sure.
Where Kay started a brawl with the Yeti and Annah got roped into it.
Well, Anna could have stayed invisible.
I think Kay would have died.
They would have died.
Oh, almost absolutely. But Anna could have lived.
She did have a choice. It's true.
Yep. Annah had a choice, and the choice was fire.
to try and push it into your thorns. I didn't think it would jump or leap rather. That was a surprise.
Yeah.
Negating half of the damage.
Yep, negating half the damage of trying to get to you with the leap. It's like move 10 feet in a direction, then leap, or move at least 10 feet in one direction, and then leap another 15 feet in that direction.
Lame.
Yeah. The Yeti is scary, yo. But so as you get back to Frostmere, Zugin kind of goes and helps unload some of the stuff off of the dog sled, and starts kind of packing into some of the boxes that Theo had started collecting, as well as the deer. And what is the party wanting to do?
Well, depending on the time of day,
It's probably about early evening at this point.
early evening. Okay. Yeah, I don't think we need to feed our friend. He ate this morning, and he's probably better use to us a little bit hungry.
He ate this morning. He's fine.
Anna's she's not gonna watch him tonight because she's tired, and was at 4 hit points. Had a rough go. So she's probably just going to try and gather information in the tavern as she eats and winds down for bed. I don't think she's going to be productive for the rest of the day.
Okay. What kind of information are you looking to try and gather?
I'm just trying to hear if patron goers are talking about some cool rumors or anything spooky happening. Just something interesting.
Roll me a perception check.
Hell yeah. Oh, no, that's Theo's. Oops. 24.
24. So the majority of the people that you're hearing are the miners from the town. Most of them are pretty, most of them are grumbling because they're not able to work right now. So they're, some of them are like, we're falling behind. Like, it's like we just need to get some more guards. And we deal with frost blends. We shouldn't have to be waiting on that to be able to do our job and stuff like that. Some of them are just like, it's like come on, we got a couple of days off while they try and sort this shit out. Like, honestly, I'd rather take a few days off than be eaten. And so there's a little bit of like mixed feelings on the having to stop. You do hear, or you do see the fellow come in who had gotten Sylvania to start working on the generator, Kolash. He comes in. You hear him chatting with the bartender and commenting that the hyperactive little gnome is causing all sorts of chaos in that generator, but seems to be making good progress. They're not entirely sure because the very impulsive nature of their modifications are very much like these is like I was expecting like structure and organization on how this is being fixed as opposed to just, oh, what does this thing do? Yanks thing off wall. Huh, that's neat. I wonder if I change this thing, will it work better now? I just like
that's perfect. Anna feels pride for Syl.
So the chief is like, he thinks it's going well. He's not entirely sure. It's chaos. But the generator, like Sylvania's been sticking with, the generator only goes down for X amount of time a day to like make any of those big changes. So it's most like plan, grab things, get all things set up, and then it's like, okay, I've got an hour. Rip a whole bunch of things out, make a couple changes, shove them all back in. But the chief thinks it's going well, from it as much as he can tell.
Okay, so no one talking about any like weird sightings of a regal figure or strange creatures.
Most people are getting the feeling aren't leaving the town much.
Fair enough. All right, cool.
Kay, what are you planning on doing?
I mean, Kay's gonna check in on our stupid friend.
The shed is currently locked and Zugink has the key.
Perfect. Kay is going to listen inside to make sure that he's still alive. Are there windows in this shed?
There is no windows.
Okay.
But putting your ear by the door, you can hear. And it sounds like he's singing to himself. He's talking of some sort, and it seems to have a pseudo tune. You're not sure whether he's actually singing or whether that's just how they talk to themselves. But you can hear him inside.
Okay, well...
Don't worry, he's not singing about Fred the Gnome.
Well, no, if I recognize that tune, I would just casually light this on fire and walk away.
It's like, oh yeah, the shed spontaneously combusts. Darn.
I think Fred the Gnome is a K trigger word at this point. So really, you know what? Kay is going to go check out those bodies of the people who had been pulled from the ice prior to.
Okay. And are you going on your own, or are you going with? Are you going to grab Zugink and go with Zugink?
I feel I could bring Zugink for direction because I'm going to do something stupid otherwise.
Okay. Zugink is easy enough to find, and the two of you head into the medical they bring you over to like the small medical shacks that there are. The quote unquote, or like the medical area is limited to just a couple small structures. Inside one of them, there's 7 beds with patients laying on them. One of them, as you walk in, like one guy kind of perks up and looks over and like, "Oi, Zugink, any luck finding me pickaxe?" And he goes, "Not yet. We still haven't found the pickaxe or the frostbloom that stole it. Bugger all. Here's me pappies. And a little blue gremlin better not have broken it. I'll have his neck." And he kind of like slumps back in his bed. But Zugink brings you over to 4 of the bodies, and like points out, like, "These are the ones we managed to free from the ice before the frostbloom started attacking." And looking at the bodies, they appear to be just comatose, essentially. You can roll me medicine or arcana or anything like that if you would like to try and investigate further.
Medicine it is. With a 17.
17. So you're checking for things. Like you check for a pulse, check their breathing and all that kind of stuff. They do have a pulse, albeit weak, and their breathing is very shallow, but consistent. Their bodies show signs of malnourishment, but at the same time, and like a bit of atrophy as well, but at the same time, they don't appear to be like fading away or anything like that. Like they're not like withering away as if they were dead or just not getting any kind of nutrition. Like, so something seems to be sustaining them to some extent.
Yeah.
But they show no signs of like responding to you as you like check their pulse, their breathing, or anything. Like there's no response that comes from them.
Well, Kate doesn't really have anything that could maybe improve this scenario all that much. At least from what he can tell. So, you know what? He's going to be like, okay, well, this is not super useful at all. Then he's essentially going to go back to his room and pass out. because he didn't learn
Okay.
anything new. Nor is there really anything he feels he can do to the situation other than murder. Actually, that's a lie. He's going to make sure that the deer in that are prepped to be taken wherever they need to go, but they can sort of like last, but also aren't cured enough that like it's mostly making sure that any open wounds, stuff like that, is sealed so that it won't rot or get infected.
Well, considering that they're being currently left outside, they're freezing.
Yes, but still making sure that it's like cleaned up, it's not looking bad, and also reclaiming my arrows if they were stuck in them. Um, just doing all the gist of it, because yes, okay, it's freezing, but it's also freezing on a carcass, which still means there's their bacteria, stuff like that inside.
Yeah.
Shenanigans, and even though I know I'm not going to gut it and completely clean out the deers because I'm not allowed to do that because these aren't mine, I want to make sure they're prepped ready to go so that in the morning we can, when we decide to venture off to the back roads, our little friend can take the headless one, and then they can ask for help for the rest.
Alrighty. I did greatly enjoy the expression Anna was making as Kay is like, aside from murder, oh wait, actually, I know what I can do. And just like Mel's like, don't you fucking dare.
No.
I have established I am not murdering him until he's outlived his usefulness.
Boy.
So there is a chance, a small chance, that Anna gets him employed at the bar in Aminodel.
Where Cran would then kill him.
I wouldn't kill him. There's a very small chance he gets that far.
I doubt she'd work with the Frostblend.
I
But
don't
it'd be
know.
funny.
I don't know if she cares as long as he learned to speak any of the languages she does.
True.
Could you imagine trying to teach the goblin to speak common?
Amen.
No, but at the same time, I'm still planning on murdering it, but I'm going to bed.
Yep. So Kay dozes off. Anna, you spend your evening in the tavern and then eventually head off yourself as well.
Yes. Recovering my level of exhaustion, I believe.
Yep.
Woohoo!
So everyone gets a long rest.
So nice. I have spells again.
Yay! So does Theo.
Oh, right.
I've done Theo's.
Perfect, thank you.
It's like, yep, Theo has spells again. 2 of them, but
Two.
Theo has spells again. Yeah, Warlock gets a pittance of spell slots. So as morning comes in, what is the party's plan? What do people want to do?
Breakfast followed by meeting with the Frostblend dude child that is apparently Anna's kin, for crying out loud, to get us to show us where the back door is. Then we're gonna take the meat and shenanigans up that way, like lay relative traps, hide our tracks, and wait for Dude Bro to bring out the big large lady to come do the thing. That's my understanding.
Yeah, I guess getting it all set up. Determining who's coming, because I imagine Zoogink will be a part of it, but I don't know if Zoogink wants to bring others, or if we're trying to keep this as low-key as possible. I'm expecting a big hullabaloo.
Okay.
So yeah, it might be worth talking with Zoogink, what she thinks would be a good plan. This is totally me assuming she's coming at all, but maybe she doesn't want to. Rather, Anna would ask her to come, but she could always decline.
Yeah. Zoogink would absolutely be coming along. They have no intent of just letting you do this all without her giving her best to help out as well.
Yay. I love Zoogink. will Brammy or Tuck or anyone else be joining us?
The miners are mostly staying in the tally. Most of them are like, we're not fighters.
Yeah, that's fair.
So Zugink would be coming along to help out. You could chat with other people because there's Draenal in the city as well. There was a couple of other guards who you hadn't really chatted much with. So if you want to recruit more people for going in to try and get Brooks, you can. At the same time, you're not sure whether having more people is going to tip off the Frostblends easier.
Yeah, fair point. So then maybe we just leave it to the party and Zugink. And Chirks. Okay. So I'm guessing after breakfast then we want to have Chirks lead us to the area and scope it out and see what's the best place to stash the not wagon, I guess cart, sled thing. Sled. And we're making it look like Chirks pulled the sled with the stuff.
No, we'd be making it look like he dragged the bodies of the deers, near-ish to the entrance. We would also have to shift the snow because I'm assuming based on the image from earlier, there's lots of snow around. We'd have to shift the snow to make it look like we weren't there and then watch from a relative distance.
Well, there's also all the Yeti meat in the boxes that was intended to be loaded onto the sled and dragged along too. That was what it would have been trying to get set up initially.
Yes, that's kind of for a part of it. I feel like that will come along with the second run of meat, or a later run of meat. Hey, we have bribery for you. Please don't kill us, but that we can bring up afterwards. The idea from a not to set false pretenses is to hide the crates and the Yeti meat from at least general visible eyes near Annah or myself, and then have the one carcass that is more or less without harm, and have him bring in the headless carcass. But when they come out of the cave, they're like, where's it gonna be? Blah, 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 blah. We want to make sure that it's not walks out stack of boxes of the other peoples and the humans that we're going to take. It's that gets into a questionable territory of could one Frostblend done this all alone? So without it being too suspicious, and if all else fails later, we can bring that other meat, or we can use it as distractions later. That's Kay's thought, anyways.
Okay.
So keeping Chirks tied up, also sharing some breakfast with him in good faith, we'll just, like a dog on a leash, be like, all right, show us where the back entrance is. Don't get too close. Point it out when you can see it, and then we start setting up this elaborate trap.
Okay.
Sort of trap, drag the deer carcass towards it, scuff up our tracks so it looks like there's just one set.
So the party is intending on trying to do this ambush at this point, then?
Yeah.
Or at
Sounds
least
like it.
At least prep for it. Yeah.
Okay.
And then see where things go. But yeah.
So you're hauling everything out on this go.
Yep.
Okay. So you feed Chirks, and he gobbles that down really quickly. And you start dragging the sled along with you guys out there, as well as with the deer carcasses and the boxes of Yeti meat on it. As you end up making your way through the snow, and yes, there's a lot of snow. The mountains are almost completely covered in it. Stitches, dice are not food. But they could be. Chirks leads you for probably about an hour, maybe about an hour and a half, and he's like, yeah, it's this way, and is like very confidently going. After a while, he's starts to be like, this way, and every little while, he seems becoming less and less sure of where he's going.
No.
But he does lead you along a set of like ridges that, and he's like, here? No, not here. And like keeps going, and it's like, we're almost there. And like every time he's asked like how far away are we, he's like, we're almost there.
Incite his last "we're almost there" to see if he's
Sure.
like, trying to fuck with us.
If he believes it.
Or I guess. So that's a crit 20 to be like, is he honestly trying to like figure his shit out? And there's no like
he's honestly trying, but he's lost as fuck.
Okay, perfect. So this isn't he's not leading us into a trap.
No, he's not leading you into a trap, but he is lost as fuck.
Well,
he's like like everything looks the same because mountain covered in snow.
Right.
And he's also going from a place that he hadn't made the trip. He's never made the trip from Frostmere to that location. Totally. So it's him like looking, like trying to find like anything that looks like something he remembered. But it was also half a year ago that he entered through here in the first place. So even his memories is very fuzzy.
Is there something like a special landmark, like a tree that's tipped over at the top, or a funny shaped boulder?
He's like trying to think really hard. He's like, there was a hole, and like we like broke away the ice and then like went into the hole.
Oh, okay, good. Were there trees around this hole? Was there a sheer cliff top? Was it an open clearing?
There's trees. Like
okay,
big like spiky trees.
All right. Pine trees, maybe. I don't know what's here.
Pine trees. Big hole.
Was it thick with pine trees? Or trees in general? Were they sparse?
Not many.
Not many. Okay. Based on the little tiny bit he's describing, does that sound like somewhere we've been since he's been leading us around?
It doesn't. It doesn't sound like anywhere that you've been. You also were going north, where you entered the town from the south. It doesn't remind you of anything. Like it doesn't remind you of like the Yeti fight area or anything like that. So you're trying to like figure out like where this could be. And that's not bad. After about another hour or so, like he's like looking like everywhere he can, and suddenly you just see him like perk up, and then goes and like starts running forward, and then after about like 15 feet, abruptly gets caught at the end of the rope, and just feet go shooting out from under him as he slams back down to the ground. He's like, I found it, and he's like squirming, trying to get up.
Perfect.
Yeah, he had like a 3 on his first survival roll.
That's awesome. That's so bad.
Okay, not so fast. Easy. We gotta get the deer in place, and what not.
So sorry, I feel like I still can't wrap my head around this. So we're gonna drag one person, presumably, is gonna drag this carcass closer to the entrance.
Yep.
Okay.
Probably K. Let's be honest. It'll be K dragging one, and likely, or it'll probably be K and our dude bro dragging one and the other, and then it'll be a matter of like just leaving them nearest the entrance and then covering our tracks without covering up the drag marks.
Okay.
So, question, like, just so I'm understanding, what is the plan with this sled and all the Yeti meat?
Well, from my understanding, that's just going to be around for later, just in case. Mostly bribery or obvious distraction, throwing food at people. I don't know if we intended on having the Yeti meat part, the grand part of the plan, but like if all else fails, we can follow in, bring the additional meat, and either use it as bribery to be like, "Who, hey, we'd like to make a deal. We have more meat for you." Or us if when the negotiation and or trap fails, like we have another card to play of hey, more food, for information or whatever it is we need. Because really, we need information. But like, is what's her name, the leader but not queen
Brooks?
of the people? Yes, Brooks. She's probably gonna get the meat either way, as long as she doesn't die in the process. We're not trying to make her die in the process, though. But
Just is trying to roll dice.
So cute. So I'm guessing the deer is for the like instant gratification of Chirks going down and being like, I found supplies, like come here, come with me. And then, right away, look at this deer, I got shit. There's also more wherever we decide to stash that isn't obvious in the forest. So maybe we can get Brooks away from the others perhaps and have things more balanced is the idea for the cart.
yeah, it's more like I want to plan a combat we can win, not wanting to set ourselves up for death.
Fair.
So Chirks, yeah.
And
Yeah,
we already know that Brooks is supposed to be scarily strong. So that's frightening.
Yeah, the way that I understood the plan from what Theo was thinking is like trying more plausible deniability of like Chirks escaped, and look, I've stolen some of their stuff. Thus, the cart with all the meat on it, or the sled with all the meat on it. Like, look all the stuff I stole from the people when I escaped.
Okay, and then the deer is we switched them.
The deer was originally his idea of like, here's how I can get in.
Right.
Of like, but then there's like, but if we're taking a wagon and just stacking it full of things that they could take, it's like, look at all the stuff that I stole from them too. Whether or not, and kind of blotting out I killed deer on my way back. It was look at all the stuff that I stole from them. There's even deer on here.
Yeah, perfect. All right, let's do that then. Thank you, Theo.
Yeah, like that was what
Theo.
That was what I understood from Theo's plan. But it's up to the party what they want to do.
For sure.
And that's where I'm like, I feel we need Theo to like nail down our plan.
So let's throw the deer on the cart, and it can on the cart to the sled, and then it can honestly be Chirks being like, it was hard. I escaped in the night. I grabbed this, stuff. Look, I stole. And then hopefully it's just Brooks that comes out, and we try and I don't know, kidnap Brooks. I don't think that's gonna happen. We fight Brooks, get answers. I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it's gonna turn into per se.
So then maybe before Chirks goes down with me telepathically whispering in his brain and hidden on his person, we set up some sort of trap.
Now that being said, what we could always do as well, because you guys were talking, like mentioning, like having Theo here to kind of like solidify the plan and the course of action, all that kind of stuff. But you guys already kind of decided like have Mel hide out on Chirks' body and travel down with him.
Yep.
The intent is always to send him with one deer.
Yeah.
So we could even do that point up and like while he's like down there and getting all that set up, and then on his way back with whomever, call the session as they're reaching the end, and then you guys can, like, start the next session. We decide how are you laying things out, and I can get a map drawn up with the different components, the additional deer corpse, the sled with the stuff on it, and then you can place that where you're wanting it on the map, whether it's all together, separate, things hidden, whatnot, and then go from there. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
I dig it.
Because, yeah, while Mel and Chirks go down into the mines, then you would have time to get all that set up while they're doing that.
To prep things, and
Exactly.
we'll decide what to prep
At the start
next
of next
time.
Yeah. Alrighty. So, Mel, what are you wild shaping into to go with Chirks? Or are you being invisible, or what are you doing?
I think invisible's gonna work because I feel like I will just be too noisy for that. I'm hoping I can go as some sort of beetle attached to what is he wearing? Raggedy rags, or is it some sort of makeshift armor clothing?
It's mostly raggedy rags.
Yeah.
They just from what you've seen them, like, a lot of them aren't wearing like full sets of clothes or anything like that. Mostly it's just like bits of scrap that they've cut off of animals or that they've stolen and just kind of pieced together.
So I was thinking of just going as a beetle.
Yeah, you can
Or
easily
even
find a purchase to somewhere to like latch on and hold on to his, and like hold on to the like his clothes or whatnot somewhere.
Perfect. So yeah, like a cool stag beetle or whatever.
And how long does wild shape last?
An hour, but let me just triple check that. Whoa, wild shape. Oh, sorry, you can stay in beast form for 3 hours before reverting back to my normal self.
Okay, so yeah, that's leveled up. Oh yeah, it's class level divided by 2, round down. And you are currently level 6, so half. So yeah, 3 hours.
Yeah, so 3 hours. Yeah, and then just being there to hear what he says and be like, hey, say this, try and coax it if he needs help, if it sounds like he's going to betray us. Yeah.
Okay. And so you latch on to his, you turn to be like, and are you like, is he going to know you're there, or are you trying to do this stealthily?
My intent is not to have him know that I'm going on him as a beetle and also not tickle him in any way so he squishes me or tries to squish me. So if it could be like Zugink is, imposing on him and like holding him for a second and I can wild shape off screen and then maybe be placed on him.
Well, he's still currently tied up, so someone's going to have to untie him, so it's easy enough to do.
Yeah, perfect. So that's my hope.
So as he leads you up to where the entrance is, you realize that it is once again become frozen over. And so how is the party wanting to try and clear away some of the ice?
I got a pickaxe, although I can just try and melt it, I suppose. Is it magical ice?
It is not magical ice. It is just a lot of snow and ice buildup.
Can we say that I haven't changed into a beetle yet?
Yeah, you haven't changed yet.
Okay, perfect.
Like he's still tied up. You've shown him, like, he's brought you up to where they went in, and it's you're like, oh, there's another wall of ice here.
Love it.
I have a miner's pickaxe. I'm assuming I can just literally pick away at the ice and clear a path.
Yeah, and Anna, you said you had one as well.
I do have a pickaxe, yeah, on my person. Is it thick enough or thin enough that picking at it is viable, or do we need to add magic?
No, you're able to pick at it with the pickaxe. It takes a little bit to clear through, but you do make a sizable hole into it. And sure enough, there is, in amidst this snow and ice, a connection point to the tunnels into the mountain. And Chirk's like, see, I did good. I can go now?
Well, no. You have to bring your boss back.
Yeah, I can go in now?
Yes.
Yes.
And are you making him drag one of the deer?
Yes.
Okay.
Proof of plan.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, and where is my... Okay, so he grabs one of the foot of one of the deer, just kind of pulls it off of the cart and starts dragging it over. Or like once you untie him, and then at that point, I'm assuming that you've gone hidden somewhere and wild shaped into a beetle.
Right.
And as Zugink is untying him, and just kind of like leans over and looks him sternly in the eye, it's like, don't make us regret this. And then he grabs the leg and starts dragging the deer in. His pace is slow because he's dragging a deer. And he's going, but he's dragging it along. He's pulling it. Are you saying anything to him in his head while he's walking, Mel?
No, I'm just listening.
Super quiet?
I'm going to say super quiet, see if he's muttering anything under his breath about his thoughts or
roll a
plans.
perception check with advantage on account of the fact that you were on his person.
Hooray! Oh, it's a 12.
12. He's cursing under his breath as he's dragging this thing. He's bitching about it's super freaking heavy.
Okay.
But then he's also like bitching about how he can't believe he has to do this. Why did these monsters have to kidnap him? Food should just be food. But he drags the body. It takes him a good like hour and a half, almost 2 hours to get down there, dragging this body behind him because it is slow going because he's moving at half speed, dragging this thing.
Okay. Is the path we're taking, is it super dark? Is it discernible the way out? Or is it windy and crazy?
It's kind of windy and crazy because it is these aren't man-made tunnels. Like these are
naturally formed.
Natural caverns within the rock. Or at least that's how they appear.
Trying to pay attention to my surroundings as best as I can to know the way out.
Have dark vision.
Ooh, hell of a question. It's not looking like they do. Oh, there it is, dark vision. Hooray! Although I have the stats for giant beetle, so that's probably not correct. I need a non-giant beetle. Would it be a beetle companion?
A beetle companion would probably work.
Alright, then there is no dark vision.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Bug cannot see in dark.
So you're trying to discern, but you really are having trouble making anything out. And especially with the like mixture of like trying to see where you are, trying to listen to what he's saying whenever he starts muttering. You're not sure whether you'd be able to navigate your way back because like you're seeing like some offshoots that he ignores, and other ones that he'll turn and take. So you're not sure. Like off the top of your head, like I'm not sure if I could navigate back on my own easily. But once he's in, he seems much more aware of where he's going. Like he doesn't have that same level of like, do I go this way or that way? No, it's just like he gets to a corner, turns, and starts going down. which you figure after 6 months or so of being in here constantly, they've figured out most of where things are. But roll me a survival check.
Survival. It is an 8.
You think that if you were to turn and try and hoof it back right now, you'd probably get lost.
All right.
Eventually he does make his way down to the, or like you see like that like faint firelight up ahead, and he drags the body or like the deer up, and as soon like once he's a little bit closer, he starts yelling, and like some of the goblin or some of the frostblins like perk up and kind of like come out and take a look at what's going on, and they can see him dragging the deer, to which a lot of them immediately like run over and just like start grabbing at the deer and trying to like help pulling it over, and they start like trying to rip it apart. And then after a little bit, you see a frostblin at the back kind of step up and start walking forward. She's a fair bit taller than the other frostblin. She has a long, gnarled staff with a human skull at the head. And if you, like, Zugink is buff. If you took Zugink and shrank Zugink down, but then added more muscle, like, that is the build of this frostblin.
Right.
Like,
Rick Shithouse.
Yeah. This is Arnold Schwarzenegger, but smaller and blue.
Okay.
And she comes forward, and as soon as like she starts walking forward, like the other frostblin, Chirks included, just kind of like back away from the body, and she goes and she grabs the haunch of like one of the back legs, puts her foot on the body, grabs and rips the back leg off of this body, or off of the deer. And then immediately like signals for Chirks to follow. And then goes back and sits down at the far back corner against the ice wall. And once she walks away, like the rest of them like quickly like once again kind of swarm this corpse. And Chirks kind of like head lowered like walks up to her, and she just kind of like takes a bite out of this leg and like rips it off, and you can see the sharp teeth just kind of like gnawing at it, just like, I was heard you captured. Kind of, yeah, they ambushed us and they attacked and they captured me, but I escaped. And she kind of like looks at him suspiciously, and actually I need to roll to do. And she kind of like looks at him, like narrows her look at him, and like, I got away and I managed to steal a sled. Like they had a bunch of stuff on it, and I got away. I got into the mountains, and I found the old path, the path we came in through. The rest of the sled is still there. You should come. We can go and break it all down. And once again, she just kind of like stops and looks at him, and like very, very skeptical. Is the expression that she has on her face.
As she should.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm gonna like whisper in his mind, and see, I'm worried now. I see the folly of this, that he might freak out if suddenly there's a voice in his head, which I'm like, is he gonna lose his shit, or can I speak to him without having him give it away? I really don't know what the right call is.
I mean, you could speak into his head like it's a
Don't freak
dream, or
out.
Well, no, not like a don't freak out, but it's like, remember, I
Sultry
said
voice.
this. Yeah, it's more like a remember, like getting him to remember like the things that you said, less about the.
Well, and keep in mind too that you're not limited to the 25 words of message.
It's true.
Yeah,
So it's true.
You're not like, okay, I've got like a limited word count before I have like that I have to explain everything in. You just have limited time because she's actively like staring at him and waiting for him to say something.
Well, I guess then, yeah, it's like soothing, trying to keep myself as calm as possible and just try to get the point across. They locked me in a shed overnight, and while they were panicking to get replacement parts for the pipes and trying to recover from the attack, I slipped away in the night.
Okay.
So just try to like give more information about, so like, you know, keep him talking. And, you know, breaking out of a shed seems, you know, realistic, as opposed to maybe if she's picturing him like he escaped from fighting them off or whatever. Like hoping that giving some details.
Okay.
will help
Roll
him.
me a 20 strength goblin. Yeah. This goblin is buff. Roll me a charisma check, Mel.
It's a
That's a
13. Oh, you're right. It is a save. My apologies. Down to the bottom. Charisma. It's an 8. I'm gonna die.
No, you just need to like hop off and wild shape into something even smaller, like a flea, and then flee.
And then flee.
So the like he actually was. Oh boy, he is dumb.
Oh boy.
So he starts kind of like, she's looking at him suspiciously. He starts just like spewing out like mostly what you told him. But at the same time, he's like very much going into that like just keeps compounding things more and more. And like it's like, oh yeah, they locked me in a shed. They were gonna tie me up on my toes, and I managed to like kick free. I got away, and I grabbed the sled because I bring food because we're hungry. So I grabbed the sled and pulled it in with me. And they chased me, but I.
Breathe. Calm. Believe in your answer. Shit. How long have we been traveling? How far into wild shape are we?
You're about 2 hours. Like
Okay.
it took them about 2 hours to get down to the ice wall.
All right.
Roll me if you're gonna try and like guide him and calm. Like roll me another charisma check.
Yeah. To get him to calm the fuck down and think about his answer. It's a 13. And just like, don't stop it. You already said your piece. You know, just have a normal conversation with Brooks.
And like he blabbers and blabbers and this is like you finally get him to like kind of calm down. Like, oh.
Ah, shit.
And Mel roll me a deception.
Oh boy. It's It's a crit fail.
That is a crit fail. So as you're like kind of like as you're like talking to him, trying to get him to calm down, and like trying to like I'm a voice in your head, like I'm like it clicked as he recognizes the voice. And he like stops and starts like turning around trying to find where you are. Roll me a stealth check.
Beetle's extra stealthy? I don't know. Boop, because I don't have beetle stats. Wow, it's a... Oh, it's a 6. Actually, beetles do have better dex than me, but I think I go based on... Oh, no, sorry, not a saving area. Whatever, I'm screwed. I'm just screwed.
Oh, they do not have just a regular D&D beetle stat.
No. The companion thing I see is like a dex 16, but I don't know if we're using the same like info on the internet here.
No, I think using like something like the giant fire beetle is probably going to be our best bet. Just taking out the sheds bright light.
The giant? Okay.
Yeah, taking out the giant and the fire, so just beetle.
Small beetle. Okay.
But yeah, they have a dex score of 0.
Ooh, they sure do.
So like spinning around, like he suddenly realizes there is a beetle on his cloak, and he grabs it. He has not seen you wild shape, has he? No, because he wasn't there for the
Yeti fight.
The Yeti fight.
Oh wait, no, I was a goat. I tried to pick him up as a goat.
Yeah, you tried to pick him up as a goat, so he did see wild shape during the ambush.
Yes,
he sees the beetle and he grabs the beetle, and he's like, "This is one of them," and he holds you out. Oh god, he has to roll a persuasion.
Please think he's crazy. Please think he's crazy.
Mel, roll me a performance check.
Okay, I'm gonna do my best beetle impersonation.
Your best impression of just trying to be a normal beetle.
Oh, I got rid of roll 20 like a fool and put giant beetle in. Give me a sec as I roll back in. And that was which one?
Performance.
Performance.
I'm gonna laugh really hard if you nat won this and you just kind of like beetle, like draw me like one of your French girls. Is like, yo.
Yeah, so it's a 17 on the performance to be a beetle.
So Brooks walks up and like grabs you from his hand, and like picks you up and looks you straight in the face and just like.
Just kind of roll like on my back. I'm a useless beetle.
And she's just throws you at his face. You bounce off. What is your health pool?
As a giant beetle, 4. 1d6 plus 1.
You have 1 health left. So you took 3 bludgeoning damage as she bounced you off his head. And he like spins around looking to try and see where you ended up, but he rolled a 2. He did not see where you landed.
Scary.
And she just like kind of grabs him by the neck. It's like, is there more food or isn't there? And he's like, there is. And he's like trying to grab at her hand, and she just kind of like throws him back. And she calls for several Frostblin to follow her. And her and probably about 6 Frostblin start heading up the tunnel.
So I've been here before, not as far down, but kind of far down.
You've been to this location before.
I want to exit.
The elevator.
I want to exit the way we came. So the way that when we were spying on them before. So my plan is to get up that ridge, which I'm sure there's a way to connect.
Yeah, you can climb the wall.
Yes, because I do know the way out towards the elevator.
Yes, you do.
And take the elevator up and panther my ass over to the party will be the plan.
Okay, so as you beetle your way up, you get over that ridge and start moving down the tunnel.
So slow.
And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Okay.
as you have just crested that top ledge that you had been spying on them from before, and Brooks and what did I say, 6 other Frostblin are on their way.
Yes. Oh. Hooray!
And
This will be fun.
that's where we're going to end tonight's session. So depending on what Mel decides to communicate to the party, you may or may not be expecting a whole bunch of Frostblin coming out of that tunnel.
I mean, from Kay's perspective, there's 2 outcomes. There's the little dude succeeded in what he did and with Annah and brings up the big scary lady. Or the big dude fails and nothing comes out. Or finally, a bunch of things come out, in which case it's murder time, fun time. So.
Yay.
Although it's a very good thing that you had succeeded in that performance check, Mel.
I'm sure I would have been squished.
She'd have squished you, you'd have turned back into Annah, and then you would have had a whole bunch of Frostblins holding you hostage.
That'd have been great. Whee!
Alrighty, but that's what we're going to call tonight's session. We'll be back again to continue this in 2 weeks. We're back next week to continue the Fustercluck on the train. As we continue investigating a murder. We've already figured out most of the murder, I think. We just need to figure out what the werewolf has to do with it and what Toad has to do with the special. But yeah, we'll be back with that noon next Sunday and this campaign in 2 weeks. Have yourselves a great night all, and bye!
Bye!